Hello, welcome to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I am your host, Blake Walker, and it is week 3 of the Iowa High School football season. We are excited to have you back here watching our pregame show before your action tonight. We got a good show ahead, a couple coach interviews. We're going to look over the rankings. We're going to go over our player of the week from last week, a phenomenal performance, and much, much more. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show. Let's take a look at our player of the week. Our CISN Player of the Week from Week 2 goes to Waukees Beckett Baker. 14 of 19, 195 yards in the air, and 3 passing touchdowns. He also did a lot on the ground. Take a look at some of these plays. That's a big pass play up to Maverick Inman. Beckett Baker started as a freshman for Waukee, with his dad being the head coach, and has just grown into his role. It helps when he has good wide receivers that can make catches like that, but Beckett Baker throwing on the run, ability to throw on the run is huge. Again, Maverick Inman his target, but again, his rushing attack is also something that will not go unnoticed. Here's a nice lob over the top to Evan Jacobson. Jacobson making a great play. Waukee, a very convincing win over Waukee Northwest. Struggled early, but as you can see, throwing out of a sack for the touchdown. Just incredible ball by Beckett Baker, and a couple more throws here. You just got to check this kid out. Sets his feet, throws a dart to the back of the end zone. Once again, Maverick Inman hauls in the play. Again, very good when he has a good offensive line in front of him and good weapons around him. And then you can see his ability to take off and run. I mean, just simple quarterback draw plays. He only ran once in the win in Week 1 against Ames, and this game had a couple rushing touchdowns and definitely showed his skills on the ground. Beckett Baker is our Week 2 Player of the Week. It's time to take a look at the rankings here in Class 5A going into week number 3. These are courtesy of Iowa Radio until the RPI comes out in a couple weeks. Dowling Catholic is still the number 1 team. The Maroons defeat the Valley Tigers, who were number 1 at the time. Dowling takes the number 1 spot. That is now back-to-back weeks that the number 1 team in the Radio Iowa poll in Class 5A has lost. Waukee moves into the number 2 spot for good reason. The Warriors are on fire. They will take on Sioux City North here on this Friday. Ankeny Centennial at 3. They look very impressive. Despite losing a lot of weapons last year, they've reloaded. They'll take on Cedar Falls. West Des Moines Valley drops to the 4th spot. Still a very talented team. They're going to have a lot of fun the rest of the year. Southeast Polk is at the 5 spot. They will take on Cedar Rapids Prairie. Southeast Polk defeat Ankeny. Ankeny, as you might notice, is no longer a part of the top 10. Cedar Falls is at 6. The Tigers are a very, very sneaky team out of northeastern Iowa. Keep an eye on the Tigers. They'll take on Centennial tonight. Bettendorf is at the 7th spot. Got a big win over Pleasant Valley to open the season. Linn-Mar at the 8th spot. They will take on Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Johnston at the 9 position. They face a very tricky opponent in Valley. And then Iowa City Liberty, who continues to put up points. Got a big win against their rival, Iowa City High. They will take on Pleasant Valley this week. They come in at the 10th spot. We're going to step aside for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get you your coach interviews. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show. We'll be right back.
It's the DeArmond Ford Kickoff event. Score big on a new 2024 F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus a total savings of $8,250. Get a new 2024 Bronco Badlands with a total savings of $6,000 and special incentives on new Ford SUVs like the 2024 Ford Escape and Bronco Sport and the new 2024 Edge and Expedition with big savings. All at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 off a qualifying Trane home comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
Your games to watch tonight here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We have got a fun slate. Ankeny will take on Dowling Catholic. The Hawks starting 0-2 on the year. Trying not to play from behind like Valley has the last couple seasons. Will take on a red-hot Dowling Catholic team who is 2-0 and has beaten two of the better teams in the state, Valley and Kennedy. Ankeny trying to get that offense figured out. Ankeny upset Dowling last year in the playoffs to make it to the state tournament at the Unidome in Cedar Falls. Dowling will have their revenge tonight. We'll see how everything shakes out over in Ankeny. Waukee will take on Sioux City North. It's a trap game for the Warriors for sure. Sioux City North 1-1 on the year. One of those wins coming against an out-of-state opponent. Waukee with very good wins against Ames and Waukee Northwest, where they have scored more than 40 points in each game. Keep an eye on Beckett Baker as he continues the trend of a really fun season. And then finally, Valley will take on Johnston, two teams that currently come in 1-1, kind of scratching their heads how they're 1-1 through 2 weeks. But it's a crucial game for these two squads as the RPI looms in the next couple weeks. The Dragons and the Tigers, always a fun matchup. Keep an eye on this one. Could see a lot of points, or we might see a defensive shutout. You just never know. Well, that will do it for us here on the CISN Football Pregame Show. I am your host, Blake Walker, thanking you once again for joining me and our entire staff. We wish you the best of viewing this Friday night. Enjoy the game. We'll see you next week. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com. Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th.
Alongside Blake Walker, I'm Trent Condon. This is high school football video streaming on CISN TV. And you can hear the call on the radio side, 96.9 FM. Glad to have you aboard with us. Top 10 matchup here, the 9th-ranked Johnston Dragons after their loss last week to Cedar Falls against the 4th-ranked Valley Tigers from the Radio Iowa poll. Two teams, you mentioned at the top, Blake, certainly expectations coming into this season. One thing we didn't get a chance to get into, the concerns on the offensive line. A week ago, we saw struggle running the football for Valley against Dowling and that talented front that they have. Same thing in week 1, though, against Southeast Polk, who didn't have a whole lot of starters coming back on that side of the football, fixing that offensive line. And then for Johnston, it's the same thing, just trying to find a way to get Will Nuss a little bit of time to throw the football.
Yeah, and it's been one of Will's things. You and I talked about it. He's a gunslinger. You look at him, he's Brett Favre. I mean, he can throw the ball, he can sling it deep, but, man, you just got to put away the turnovers. And I think the game tonight will be one between who plays better at the quarterback position, whether that be Will Nuss, a senior, and then you got Drake DeGroat on the junior side. Kind of came in last year during the injury-filled Valley season, leads them all the way to the postseason at the Unidome. But, yeah, you talked about it, Trent. Only 166 yards rushing in 2 games for Valley. That's just not Valley football. That's not what Gary Swenson wants to see. And only 3 yards per carry. I mean, they've gone by running back by committee, and they just can't seem to figure anything out. This feels like whoever wins in the trenches tonight might have the better advantage.
Well, and you see Johnston, the way that they love to spread things out, kind of open up those running lanes, and really their running back, Emory Jones, a sophomore, he's done a nice job to this point, averaging 6.2 yards per carry. And on this spread offense, if you can get those creases and get a speed guy back there, that helped lead them a year ago to their first trip to the Unidome in the big school class. Dragons have done some good things a couple years back with Nuss as a sophomore. They've done so many good things throughout the years with that offense and being able to do it, but you just got to find a little bit of protection. Another guy I want to mention, loved watching him on the wrestling mat, now seeing him on the football field, is Jacob Helgeson, leading this Johnston team in tackles. You think of Johnston, we always think about the high-flying offense, pass around. They got some dudes defensively, though, too.
Yeah, he does. And, 3 tackles for loss this year, already 1 sack for Helgeson. That was a big question for Johnston. They've always prided themselves on defense the last couple of years. So now Jacob Helgeson steps into that senior kind of captain leadership role. I look at Owen Hupfer as well. He's only a sophomore. When you only got a sophomore that's already leading or second most tackles on the team, tied for second most, along with Austin Gray, a senior, Johnston prides themselves on getting to the football, making tackles in the open field. And against a Valley team that has a lot of shifty playmakers on offense, it's going to be something the Dragons have to circle back tonight.
We talked about the quarterback position and Drake DeGroat for the Tigers, but they got some big-time stars. Zay Robinson, the future Iowa State Cyclone wide receiver. He was monstrous in that win against Southeast Polk in week 1. And then another guy that's going to be a D1 prospect on the defensive side in Jaden McGregory. Still just a junior, had the pick 6 a week ago against Dowling. You're talking about 2 big-time playmakers on each side.
Jaden McGregory is a ball hawk. There's no other way to put it. I think he's one of the best corners we've seen slash safety since Xavier Wampa, that Southeast Polk had. He can just have a sense for the ball. He's going to have his eyes on Will Nuss all night tonight. As you can see for the people viewing on the Central Iowa Sports Network, you can see how both these teams compare. Obviously, Valley giving up 27 points per contest in 2 games. The overtime loss last week kind of skews that, but Johnston likes to put up points, likes to run the ball, likes to pass the ball well, but Valley's defense is going to have a tough contest ahead of them.
Going to be a good one here tonight, a top 10 matchup, 9th-ranked Johnston and 4th-ranked Valley. Trent Condon and Blake Walker with you here on the call. We'll take a quick time out, our final of the pregame show, presented by Taco John's. My Taco John's pregame meal already in the belly. We're ready to go up here and ready for some good football. We continue coming back on the other side. This is high school football on 96.9 FM and video streaming on CISN TV.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 of a qualifying Train home comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Listening to high school football and the Central Iowa Game of the Week on KXNO HD2 Ankeny. 96.9 The Bull. Back to the action with Trent Condon.
Alongside Blake Walker, glad to have you aboard with us as we count down to kickoff with the Tigers and the Dragons getting ready to do battle here from Valley Stadium. See the crowd still filing their way in. A little bit different crowd than last week with Valley Dowling, but a late arriving crowd, we will see. It's always difficult to make your way in here to Valley Stadium. Man, you know, get another parking lot out there or something like that.
Yeah, we got a nice big grassy lot back there, but this is the standard. Everybody across the Metro looked at this stadium and said, we want to look just like Valley, and I think Valley should pride themselves on that. It's one of the best stadiums, if not the best stadium here in the Metro, and Valley takes big pride in that, as does Dowling when they play here.
Taco John's pregame show, and look over at the student section. Johnston going with the fluorescent look from their student section. What do we got for Valley down here? Looks like a USA theme.
Yeah, going USA theme already here. They had a massive American flag out. These are two of the bigger student sections in the state of Iowa. Every CIML student section is great, but they're going to need them tonight. I mean, that is a big deal, and it's always fun to listen to how both these crowds get loud as Johnston takes the field, going with white helmets, white tops, and purple pants. There's nothing better than purple and gold. I think that's just a great uniform combo.
Looking good out there. Yeah, got a little shades of some LSU alternate look. Valley takes the field in their orange tops here this evening, going with the orange look. Of course, the traditional helmet. I've certainly never seen a different helmet for Valley. The white helmet with the orange V and then the black pants as they are ready to go. A good color uniform matchup here tonight.
It is really good. I think any team, anytime you see these two teams face, it's just a great matchup. You got to think last year Johnston took this game 21-3 or 21-9. I was looking back at a couple stats trying to pick something out. Drake DeGroat, that was one of his first games of the year, if you remember, because of the injury of their former quarterback. DeGroat threw 2 picks in that game. So, you know, Johnston, I'm sure, looked back at last week. They've obviously been studying film the first 2 weeks. Like I said earlier, quarterback play is going to have to be the big end-all, be-all here in this one.
You mentioned Drake DeGroat and what he's done this season. No interceptions so far this year, completing 62% of his passes, 26 of 42 on the year, 373 yards, averaging 14.3 yards per completion, 3 touchdowns against no interceptions. On the other side, Will Nuss, just 20 of 42, a 47.6% completion percentage, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns against 1 interception. He is averaging 11.8 yards per completion, but you said it at the top, Blake. This is a guy that is going to go out there. He's going to be aggressive. He's always a playmaker, great baseball player, and when he's got the ball in his hands, it seems like there's always something special happening.
Well, in the last couple of years, he's had Will Simpson to throw to, and now Will Simpson's gone. He's graduated. So now this year, it's kind of turned to the junior Tino Day, who has made some really good catches this year. 7 catches, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. Those are the only 2 touchdowns that Johnston has in the air. The Dragons have had to rely on the ground game with Barku. We didn't talk about him in the beginning, but boy, he's been really good. They have 2 running backs, very similar in statistics. Johnston does, so Valley's going to have to keep an eye on both.
As we go out for the opening coin toss, getting things started here, and we will be ready for kickoff momentarily. There is the coin flip, and The Johnston Dragons get the choice. They defer to the second half. As it will be Valley football to open things up here in our Central Iowa game of the week here, the Taco John's pregame show. Trent Conant, Blake Walker along with you on a beautiful Friday night for football. Picturesque out there. And our Metro Heating and Cooling game time temperature here in the pregame show as we are sitting at a beautiful 73 degrees, partly cloudy, and the rain stayed away today.
It did. It just missed us over to the east. I think if you're in the Newton, Grinnell area, you might get a little bit of rain here before kickoff, but it has turned out to be a beautiful day and a good sunset starting to form behind us.
As we get ready for this one, the 5-man officiating crew has got the instructions, 12 minutes on the clock, and are ready for football here in week 3 of the Iowa high school football season. Two teams with their sights set on not just the postseason, but making another run to the Dome, as Valley will get the first opportunity here on the side doing the kicking duties. So far this season, it has been Ian Yates for the Johnston Dragons. He is 2 for 3 in field goals, 8 for 8 in extra points. Though out there right now, got another kicker looking to do the kicking duties. As that is number 47, Gerald Waugh. 5'8", 145 pounds. So Waugh will be the one that'll put a T to it and get us started here tonight.
Wind is going to be at his back here to start the quarter, heading to the north pretty much. Northwest, I'd say. Beautiful night for football.
Kari Clark back alongside Zay Robinson, the return men for the Valley Tigers, and we are underway. Week 3 of the Iowa high school football season as Robinson takes it from the 14. Peels out to the right, stutter steps, cuts back near the 30. Flag comes in as he is tripped up just past the 30-yard line. Very slow developing kickoff return there, and the flag likely against the Tigers.
Yeah, this is on number 20, Emmanuel Romich. Got a hold on the far side as he was coming near us at the 30-yard line and just kind of got a, I think he was expecting the same thing. It was a very slow developing play by Zay Robinson, and looks like holding's the call.
Drake DeGroat will lead the offense out onto the field after they walk off the penalty. And they'll march him back to the 21-yard line, and that's where things will get started for the Valley Tigers. 1-1 on the season, 4th ranked in the state in Class 5A from the Radio Iowa poll this week. Johnston checking in at number 1, and we are ready out of the pistol formation. DeGroat works with the back straight behind him. Now he'll shift up. That is Darius Mason, the thunder of the Lightning combination. Fumbled snap thrown out to the right and complete. Short completion near the 25-yard line finds Zach Schemper for a pickup of 4.
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication there, just a little bit of a low snap, but lucky for DeGroat, he got a really good bounce and was able to pick it up, was already running to his near side on the right to be able to check it down to his tight end, Zach Schemper.
2nd down and 6 after the pickup of 4, working from their 25-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right for the Valley offense. Now DeGroat and company get to take a look back over at the sideline. They look to be changing the play. Still 11 seconds left on the play clock. From the gun, it's a speed option pitched out to Mason. He lowers his shoulder, gets to the 40, but going to be short of the first down. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1 situation. Another pickup of 4.5 on the play, 3rd and a yard.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, 166 yards total rushing this season for Valley, and every single one of their backs is averaging less than 4 yards per carry. Jakari Clark leads the way with 77 yards, but Drake DeGroat runs it a little bit. Darius Mason, who we just saw, runs it a little bit, but they like a little bit more production, just not really Valley-like to start the year.
And a tremendous spot there for the Tigers. They gave him the first down. He looked to be more than a yard short, but gave him the sticks as Robinson goes in motion. They swing it out to him out the left side. Cuts back at the 30, breaks a tackle, but a short gain to the 34-yard line. We'll give him 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for Valley.
That's a nice play of the junior Max Minks, number 10, coming in, following his blockers. It was nicely set up on a quote-unquote screen, little dump off there to Robinson, but Minks does a good job following Robinson all the way, gets it for a short gain.
2nd and 7 from the 34, clock in, first quarter, minute 15 gone by here in the opening stanza in this top 10 matchup. 3 receivers right, 1 left as they split out the tight end, Zach Schemper. He's in the second position there of the three. They'll go to Clark on the handoff, left side, breaks through a tackle, and he's going to be near the first down. Depends on the spot there, near the 40-yard line. Clark, the speed back of the two running backs for Valley, showed a little power there.
Yeah, he did. He ran over Collier Kaysen. Kaysen's still going to get credited with the tackle because he tripped over him, but Kaysen took a big punch to the face. Like you said, I mean, Jakari Clark just ran right over him.
3rd and a yard, going to be just short of that first down. Another long look over at the sideline as they break the huddle. Go back to their traditional look with the tight end staying in tight now. That is Schemper on the right side from the pistol. A hard clap, and now a look back over at the sidelines with 6 seconds left on the play clock. Running back shifts over to the right hip. They'll go back to that speed option, and DeGroat keeps it himself and gets the first down to the 42-yard line. Needed a yard, he got 2 in a first.
Yeah, the whole big thing about option and read option like that, I mean, that time it was just waiting on a pitch, but DeGroat looking at the linebacker, the eyes of the linebacker. We talked about him in the pregame. They're going to be a big part of this game. That time just didn't feel like it was a good opportunity. It's only needed a yard, so he's got to trust himself, and he does.
1st and 10 from the 42. A good solid drive here, starting out a couple of first downs for the Tigers as they work from their own 42-yard line. Twin receivers right, one left. And they'll go back to Clark in the run game up the left side. Cuts through a tackle into the secondary. A big first down run as he picks up 13 and another first down for the Tigers. Clark showing that shiftiness.
He's got a really good left tackle to run off of. Number 74, Marcus McGregor, 6'3", 295. For those watching on CISN, Marcus McGregor holds that block just a little bit. He's also got good blocking downfield at the wide receiver spot for Jaden Brown. Nicely done by Valley.
McGregor committed to Wyoming. He'll be a cowpoke. They got a big one with BYU coming to town this weekend after a slow start for Wyoming. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line of Johnston. Valley into Dragon territory for the first time tonight. Out of the gun, looking to throw. DeGroat, pump fakes, pressure comes, loses the football. It's rolling at the 30, still loose. Picked up by Johnston to the 10, 5, touchdown Dragons, scoop and score. Jeffrey Scott with the touchdown, and the Dragons strike first, a defensive score as DeGroat put it on the turf.
Boy, and it was perfect. He just ran around a little too much. Take a look at your replay here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. The sack is going to go to Austin Gray, but how about the big man Jeffrey Scott, who picks it up and runs it in, came into tonight with 3 tackles for loss, but that time Scott rumbles in, all 6'2", 210 pounds of him going into the end zone.
What a beautiful defensive play there. Extra point on its way. It is up, and it is good. 7-0, Johnston takes the lead. 8:42 to play in the first quarter. A defensive score is how we get started. This is high school football on 96.9 FM and video streaming on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Save big at DeYarman CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off. Plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeYarman CDJR Ames. DeYarmanAmes.com.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 on a qualifying Trane home comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
Return by Jeffrey Scott. Ian Yates adds the PAT. 7-0 Johnston on a defensive score. Blake, you said it at the top. Turnovers very well could be the difference, and what a start it was on that one as this kickoff is skipped at the 18-yard line, still on a couple of bounces, goes into the hands of Zay Robinson. Turns on the Jets at the 25, out past the 30, near the 35-yard line. Good field position for the Tigers, but now down 7-0.
I didn't have a strip sack on my agenda or on my bingo card when I said turnovers. I thought it'd be coming in the passing attack, but that's just a really nice job by Johnston's line up front to be able to strip the ball. And Jeffrey Scott, I mean, when offense might have some worries, you talk about the O-line on both sides struggling, just finish it. Go in and score it. That's exactly what he did.
First down from the 36-yard line. That's where Valley will start, just as they had moved into Johnston territory with a long, sustained drive. 3 first downs on that one, the turnover. Now they're going to stack up 2 receivers on each side of the formation, a different look, and they'll hand it off to Mason. Big hole up the middle. He's got the first down, a pickup of 11 on the play. Darius Mason showing the power that he has with the first down run.
And just for a couple plays so far being run on the ground, if I'm Valley, I'm feeling a little bit better about the running attack. Just better than we've seen the last couple of weeks. And you look at Mason and you just say, well, he's got to be the third down back. No, they like him in that first down spot because of those type of runs right there. You can really bruise the defense.
Came in just averaging 2.5 yards per carry. Of course, you also have to put in the caveat, did it against the front of Southeast Polk and Dowling the first couple of weeks. And we know how stout both of those defenses are. First and 10 from the 48-yard line for Valley. Hand the football off again to Mason. Breaks through another tackle. He's out into Johnston territory to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 7. And, boy, after that fumble, you wonder now, Gary Swenson just going to rely on the ground game until they show they can stop it.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that time he got a great block up front by his tight end, Zach Schemper. And I always like it when tight ends can block. Obviously, you and I being products of the University of Iowa and being fans of the University of Iowa, obviously we appreciate those type of tight ends, and Schemper does just that.
Second down and 3 from the 45-yard line of Johnston. Down 7-0, 7:33 to play, first quarter. Working out of the shotgun exclusively here are the Tigers. They'll go back to the ground game. Clark, big hole. 35, cuts back, runs into his own blocker, but good enough for another first down. A pickup of 14 on the play, and it doesn't matter who is back there. They're finding big holes.
Yeah, that time Derek Ellens, the senior offensive lineman, you're going to see it here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Watch this pull guard right there on the back end is able to make a big play. Unfortunately, just ran into his own guy. Felt like he maybe could have scored there.
Clark now 3 carries for 33 yards, 3 carries for Mason for 23 yards. Ground game is working for the Tigers early on as we approach the 7-minute mark of the first quarter. Johnston leading 7-0 from the 31. Shotgun snap, and they'll go with a keeper this time. Little zone read look forward to Grote, and he steps out of bounds at the 27-yard line, a pickup of 4 on the second carry of the night for DeGroat.
And I like that play. I mean, it's another one of those read options. That time it was a legit read option, kind of waiting on it. But, yeah, DeGroat did a really nice job. I think Johnston, they can't hone in on one guy despite the running game going. Expect a shot here eventually. You got to think Valley will try something again.
Still spreading things out, though, and not adding an extra defender in the box. Both safeties playing up high, 2 deep look safety-wise from the Johnston defense. We'll go right back to Clark in the ground game. Big hole to the right side. Spins through a tackle inside the 15. Marked down at the 14. A pickup of 13. Jakari Clark, 3 carries now, over 10 yards.
Clearly the offensive line must have done something this week in practice, so they started seeing stuff on film. That time, I mean, just a big lane. It's really forcing Johnston's cornerbacks and safety to really get down because they're going to have to make a lot of open field tackles if the line's not going to play there.
6:35 to play, first quarter. Johnston leading 7-0, but Valley threatening here in the Metro Heating and Cooling red zone. Out of the gun with 2 receivers left. Play action pass, looking across the middle, deflected away. Great defensive play, cutting in front and getting a piece of that one. Caleb DeBarlo gets in there, and a great read of that football.
Yeah, Jaden Brown was the one who was intended to get the ball, and that time DeGroat just read his eyes. I mean, he looked at his eyes the entire way. He stared down his receiver. It's not really what you want to do, especially down inside the 5, and Johnston almost had their second turnover of the night.
Clock out with 6:23 left in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers at the Johnston 14-yard line. Spread it out again with a 4-receiver look. One of those receivers, the tight end Schemper, he's in the left slot. Looking that way is DeGroat, now looking back across the middle, trying to set up a screen, but that thing is shut down, and once again, Jeffrey Scott with the big play. Had the scoop and score here. He gets a tackle for a loss.
Yeah, D'Angelo Barku was in there as well, and that time there was no screen. I mean, there was a screen, but the tailback had no space. I mean, it was just, DeGroat just had to get rid of it. In that case, you almost just want to roll out and get rid of it because now you have a 3rd and long situation.
Loss of 3 on the screen pass. It's 3rd and 13 as we tick halfway through the first quarter. Valley now looking for one of their good plays, and a lot of times in this spot they're looking for Zay Robinson. He's lined up in the left slot as DeGroat takes a shotgun snap. They're going to go with the draw up the middle. Not a whole lot of room there. Got the yardage they lost, but that is it. A pickup of 3 for Mason. It'll be 4th down and 10.
And we haven't seen Johnston's offense yet, but Coach Swenson must have pretty good faith in his defense to call a draw on 3rd down and 13, 14. Obviously set yourself up good for a field goal, but yeah, just kind of a different play there for Coach Swenson, but obviously he knows something we don't.
Seppi Fratiani will be on to attempt the field goal. He was good a week ago in that game against Dowling, 3 for 3 on the season of field goals. This will be from 31, right in the middle of the field. Snap back, hold down, kick on its way, plenty of leg. It is up, but it is no good. They missed it, and Valley remains scoreless. 7-0 Johnston with the lead, 4:55 to play in the first quarter. 2 really good drives out of Valley, and now no points to show for it. Not only that, you're down 7-0.
Yeah, it's definitely not the place you want to be, and obviously we've yet to see what Johnston's offense can do, so this will be a big telltale. If Johnston goes down here and scores on this first drive, you start to worry here if you're the Tigers, but yeah, that kick just Johnston had a really good guy coming off the edge, and I think that scared the kicker, and he just hooked it to the right.
At the 20-yard line is where Johnston will start after a missed field goal at the high school level, spotted at the 20. It's inside of that, so that is where they will go. In fact, they're going to line things up on the left hash is where they want to start. 2 receivers to the left for the Dragons as Will Nuss takes his first snap of the ball game. He'll hand the football off, pitter-pattering forward through a couple of tackles, a pickup of 4. Good solid run on that one for Emery Jones.
And size-wise, looking at it from our perspective, Johnston doesn't have as big of a line as Valley does. So you just expect, they're going to have to win up front. But if they have to go to the air, obviously Will Nuss is the quarterback. They're going to have to do that.
4.5 to play first quarter. Johnston 7-0 lead on the Jeffrey Scott 29-yard fumble recovery for a score. Back to 2 receivers. They'll bring the H-back over to the left side of the formation and look to throw. Nuss across the middle, out to the left. It is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. He was looking out there for Tino Day. You talked about him, and he had a shot.
Yeah, he did. And, again, he just that time kind of stared down his man. Mitch Negg was wide open over the middle if he would have gone to him. But that time, Will Nuss, the senior, just looked at his top receiver, as he should have, but he also could have looked other places. Probably would have had a touchdown.
3rd and 6 after the incompletion in Johnston's opening drive of the game. They're already leading 7-0, and they're going to spread it out more now. 3 wide receivers to the right, single receiver left. That's Tino Day. Nuss looking to the right side. He's going to take another shot deep down the field. He's got a man with the step, but incomplete. Just missed his receiver running out there free for a moment. Looked like he had a step on him, but not able to come, and incomplete. So 0 for 2 on the opening possession for Will Nuss.
And, we talked about it, gunslinger mentality. That's exactly what that was. Ty Welsh, the DB had his man set, but obviously had a good run down the field. Bryce Beacom, a sophomore, 5'10", 160, but Will just kind of missed it.
So the punt team comes out for Johnston for the first time here this evening in their opening possession. And it'll be Mitch Negg. They'll do the punting. Good spiral punt. Hits at the 43-yard line. Takes a dragon bounce inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. That is where Valley will get the football back. 3rd possession of the night. 2 good drives. No points, though, to this point for the Tigers. Have to assume now they're going to rely even more on that ground game.
I think you have to. And like you said, unless Johnston can stop it, which we have really seen no signs of stopping it, as long as they can take care of the ball and until Drake DeGroat has his confidence back, I think, you got to keep it on the ground. And, again, you got a good dose of Clark and Mason, so just keep rolling with it.
Trent Condon alongside Blake Walker here in the Central Iowa Game of the Week. 96.9 FM and video streaming on CISN TV. 3:55 to play as they hand the football off on first down. This time, not much there coming off the edge. Good tackle out in space. That's coming in and breaking down, making the play was Kobe Gibbons. A pickup of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, really nice play by Gibbons. 6'4", 215 up front. Had help from the backside as Tanner Downs came in. So you're starting to see a little bit of senior leadership up front for Johnston. They've gone back to the sideline. They've been watching film, trying to keep up, as both teams have TVs on the sideline to help them out. They're going to get better at what they're doing here defensively.
As a Clock continues to run inside of 3:20 left in the first quarter. Johnston up by a score of 7-0. They'll stack up two receivers again. Second time we've seen this one. Hand the football off to Clark, but covered up in the Johnston defense. They did something over there on the sidelines because they are dialed in now.
Jeffrey Scott's having himself a night. He literally sat there in the B gap just kind of waiting. I mean, he was waiting. He's like, which way are you going to go? And when Clark couldn't go right towards him, he decided to sneak back the other way and finally got brought down. Nicely done by Scott to get in there.
3rd and 8 after back-to-back 1-yard runs from Valley. Situation, Robinson, but not just him out there. Jaden Brown, really good receiver. Schemper, the tight end. All three of them are lined up to the left on this 3rd down play. DeGroat from the gun. Looking, scrambling out to his left, still looking. Gonna take a shot, got a man wide open. It's Schemper. Complete to the 30, 20, into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! 62 yards as the big tight end, Zach Schemper, found himself all alone.
It's kind of what you see between Mahomes and Travis Kelce on a Sunday, Thursday, or Monday night. I tell you what, I mean, just a nice job by DeGroat. Gave himself time. You'll see it on the replay here. Here comes the pressure. DeGroat steps up, rolls out, doesn't even plant his foot, and he sees Stemmer wide open down the field. Nice stop by Zach Schemper. Speed carries him the rest of the way. He was wide open.
Looked like something on the back end was not there as Fratiani comes on for the PAT. Kick is up and it is good. No good. Ooh, he missed it again. 7-6 our score after the missed PAT with 2:16 left to play here in the first quarter. This is high school football, 96.9 FM and video streaming on CISN TV.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Listening to high school football and the Central Iowa Game of the Week on KXNO HD2 Ankeny. 96.9 The Bull. Back to the action with Trent Condon.
Alongside Blake Walker, 2:15 to play. Chance at a kick return, looking to get out wide, but ripped down. A great open field tackle by the Valley special teams as Dustin Hertzberg able to get the special teams tackle there, keep him back inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Vincent Peterson, he was able to string that thing out, but not quite enough. And like you said, a really nice tackle that doesn't even bring it out to the 20. They're at the, 14-yard line. So long way to go for Johnston and Trent. To tell you what, they had opportunities on that first drive, but they really didn't go to the ground. And then Will Nuss misses 2 passes in the air. So I'm excited to see how the Dragons come out and change things up here.
2:09 left to play in the first quarter. Second possession now for the Dragons. As they'll go with a 3 wide receiver look out to the right side. Will Nuss working out of the shotgun. Now they're going to shift those 3 receivers over. Valley not going individual man coverage. They're going to hand the football off up the middle. A little bit of breathing room there. A pickup of a couple. That'll be second and long as we go inside at 2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
And Johnson's had a pretty decent time moving the ball on the ground here to start the season. Currently, so far, 408 rushing yards, but I just don't know. Tonight might be a different story. I think Valley's size up front, at least defensively, outweighs Johnston's. I think you're going to have to go to the air just a little bit more.
Jimenez in the middle. He has been a monster for this Valley defense. 2nd down and 7 from the 17-yard line for the Dragons. Nuss shouting instruction. Jones with him in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right. High snap. Corralled. Hand off to Jones, but not much there. Maybe got a yard out of it. It'll be 3rd and long for Johnston.
You said it right there, Trent. It was a high snap, and if you've noticed, I'm sure you have, the snaps have not been great. Will Nuss has either had to go really high or really low for it. That kind of delays a little bit and a chance for Valley's D-line to kind of adjust. Got to make sure those snaps are on par. And now things get loud in one of the louder, tougher places to play here in the state of Iowa.
Inside of a minute now to play, 3rd and 6 from the 18-yard line. More shifting coming for Johnston. They're going to go with 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Spread out the Valley D. Nuss looking to throw. He's got a man out there. Wide throw incomplete. Had a man with the step over there, but a misfire incomplete as he was looking for Beecham. It'll be 4th down.
Beecham ran a really nice curl route, but the pressure really started to close in on Will Nuss, and I think he was worried he was going to hit from the backside. He shortened up his throw just a little bit more, and Valley's defense looking really good here to start tonight.
7-6 our score. Johnston with a 1-point lead over Valley in this top 10 matchup. 4th down as the punt unit comes out. Mitch Nag, a pretty good punt off his first time. Good athlete. Another nice high spiral punt. Fair catch called for and grabbed at the 45-yard line. That's where Valley will get the football back at their own 45 with 37 seconds to play in the first. It was a passing touchdown. We'll see now a little cat and mouse game. Johnston really ramped up, the rush defense that last possession.
Yeah, so now can they do both? That's the big thing. And granted, that last touchdown for Shepherd, that was, a wide open, that was broken coverage in the backfield. So now Johnston has to really stay on top of things. I'd stay with the bread and butter. You really got to focus on the rushing attack and just hope the passing attack won't be as successful as Valley had that first time.
From the 45-yard line, 2 receivers left, 1 right. They'll go with the little tunnel screen out to the left side, complete to Shumper as he's able to make his way into Johnston territory to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play, and this Valley offense, they are humming. Another nice throw there from DeGroat.
As Zach Schemper's only had 5 catches coming into tonight. I believe that's his 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. So they're really going to the tight end here. And I think it works because he's a really good blocker. You don't know if he's going to block. You don't know if he's going to run. So Valley's found something here.
DeGroat, 5 of 6 throwing the football, including that 62-yard touchdown pass. As the seconds tick off, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Johnston 7, Valley 6. We go to the second quarter. This is high school football, the Central Iowa Game of the Week on CISN TV and 96.9 FM.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Condon.
Alongside Blake Walker, I'm Trent Condon. This is the start of the second quarter. Before it gets going, though, we have a false start. And they'll move Valley back 5 yards, taking that 2nd and 2 play where you can do so much and making it 2nd and 7.
Yeah, in that case, you would have really been looking for it for a deep bomb or something like that, but that time just kind of fell short and kind of back yourselves up. But the offense is moving pretty well. I think they got to be confident here.
Back in for Valley at the wide receiver position. They will come back with Trent Grevengood, 5'11" junior. Got some speed outside. He's out that way along with Zay Robinson. Darius Mason in the backfield with DeGroat. They will hand the football off to Mason. Tried to cut back, but a great play out of Johnston, and once again, Colby Gibbons. Boy, he's been crashing hard off that edge.
Yeah, he has. He came in with 7.5 tackles this year, already 1 sack. I mean, he just can move, and he doesn't really have that big of size. He kind of looks like he could play cornerback, play whatever he want, but yeah, really nice job up front.
3rd down and 7 for the Tigers. They need to get to the 45-yard line of Johnston for the first. 11.5 to play in the second quarter. Johnston leading 7-6. And they're going to spread it all the way out, 5 wide. 3 to the right, 2 to the left for Drake DeGroat. Across the middle's got a man out there, complete, turns it up, gets the first down. Well, make the decision. Let's get Jaden McGregory involved offensively, and that is not a bad idea.
He runs a beautiful mesh route right over the top. Johnston has 3 guys sitting there, but he's just so fast. That's the kind of speed that he gives. You can see on the replay here, DeGroat hangs in, is about to get hit, and he outruns Max Minks. Really nicely done by McGregory.
You give McGregory in that kind of matchup, outstanding player. Had a pick 6 defensively. D1 prospect. He is going to have some big-time offers. Excellent football player, also part of last year's state championship basketball team after transferring in from Des Moines North, and he gets the first down. From the 42-yard line of Johnston, Valley on the move here in the second quarter. They'll hand the football off. Here's Clark. Boy, he's got a good burst as he pushes it forward for a pickup of 5.
Yeah, that time they moved Schemper and Mason from the left to the right side of the line, so you knew it was going to go right, but Johnston just doesn't have that power up front yet, or hasn't yet figured it out totally, and Valley's able to pick up a good game.
Grevin Good comes back in for Mason. They'll add an extra wide receiver out there. Seen that look, though, a couple of times from Valley a week ago with both running backs on the field, both Clark and Mason. Mason with that big size, he can be used as a blocker. We know what a battering ram he can be carrying the football. 3 receivers lined up left for Drake DeGroat and the Valley offense. Clark on his left hip. He'll take the handoff. Cuts back. Good penetration. Hit again by Gibbons. They got to find a way off the edge there to cut him down. He is getting free.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Their D tackles aren't making these tackles. That's the end. So a really nice job by Johnston. A lot of speed around the edge. I think while they don't have that size, they do have the quickness and the ability to get around the left and right tackle. And he said it best. I mean, they're really hitting on the edges, and Valley just doesn't have an answer yet.
Back come crashing down unencumbered, and something you got to cut, chip, do something out there because it's blocked very well past that. Has been Gibbons that have been making some plays. 3rd down and 5 after a pickup of a yard on the play. 2 stacked receivers on each side of the formation. Clark in the backfield with the quarterback DeGroat. And he'll hand it off to Clark, cutting back. Oh, underneath the tackle to the 30-yard line. And the first down, he picks up 7 on the play. And he just scooted underneath there, the tackler.
Yeah, and that time the left tackle had a really nice block, but even then, the DNs, while they can get past the left tackle, it's hard to get past Clark. I mean, that is just his ability to be so shifty. He earned that first down on that one.
At the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for Valley. Johnston 7, Valley 6. 9 minutes to play before halftime. DeGroat. One clap now, look back over at the sideline, seeing if they're going to change anything up. Got one single high safety look out of Johnston this time. They'll go back to that speed option look, pitched out to Clark. He's near the 25-yard line before being pushed back. They'll give him the 26-yard line, a pickup of 4 for Jakari Clark.
What I really like that Valley's doing, it's not the same running play over and over again. I mean, they can go to the option, and that time, again, you have to account for both DeGroat and you have to account for Clark because they can both take off and run the ball. Seeing a lot of Clark here. Expect to see Mason get the ball maybe a little bit more, or Valley takes a shot here on 2nd and long.
8:15 to play in the second quarter as Valley breaks the huddle, 2nd and 6. Zay Robinson, he is all by himself out on the right side of the formation. Single coverage that way. He'll hand the football off, though, to Mason. He skips through the hole and falls forward to the 23, a pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd and 3 as 3s are wild.
I think you just have to run in between the tackles. I think that's really what it's going to come down to tonight, or between the guard and the tackle, because that's where all the size is. And, like we've talked about, the DNs are on it tonight for Johnston, but starting to see a couple more hands on hips here for the Dragons. Got to hang in tight here.
Yeah, Johnston didn't have the football for the first half of the first quarter as they got a defensive score and another long drive afterwards. A play tally definitely tilting the way of the Tigers here in the second quarter. Right back to the ground again. It's Clark. Big hole. Breaks the tackle out past the 15. He's got a first down and more. They'll mark him down at the 13-yard line, and another 10-yard run for Jakari Clark, his fourth 10-plus yard run of the night.
And that time he does go in between the guard and the tackle. That's where all the size is. And, you know, like I just said, Johnston's getting a little bit more tired up front. Clark's going to check out now because this is when you expect to see Mason Minutes down here in the red zone to have a chance to really bruise that defense a little bit more.
Unofficially 9 carries for 74 yards for Jakari Clark. Inside of 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Johnston leading by 1, but Valley in the Metro Heating and Cooling red zone. Cross the middle, and it is complete touchdown, Tigers! Zay Robinson just beat the defender to the spot, cut in front of him. Robinson's in for 6. Zay's second touchdown of the year, and Valley takes the lead.
It's the same exact play you see on the replay here. It's just a read option fake. Really, it's up to DeGroat. He can hand it off or he can pass it. Same exact play that almost he got picked off at on the other side of the field. That time Zay beats his man and scores easily.
Second touchdown pass of the night for Drake DeGroat. Now on to attempt the PAT. It'll be Seppi Fratiani. Has missed a field goal and an extra point to this. And a line drive. That one no good as well. That was a low snap. The holder struggled to get it down. It remains 12-7 after the second missed PAT with 6:49 to play before halftime. We continue. This is the Central Iowa Game of the Week.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
7. Interesting night here, Blake Walker.
It has been. I mean, those 2 missed PATs, circle those. Those might come back. It's been, I'd say, a defensive battle so far, as that one's going to bounce into the back of the end zone. But it's been a defensive battle so far. Valley looks better offensively than Johnston has, but the Dragons have got to do something. They have not gotten a first down yet tonight.
Defense huffing and puffing out there. Another long possession that ends in a touchdown. Second missed PAT, though, from the Valley Tigers. And now 12-7 our score here. Plenty of time, 6:49 to play, but you mentioned it, Blake. Got to get this offense revved up here. Will Nuss 0 for 3 so far, the early goings of this. It's been a little bit of Emory Jones, but that has been it. 3 carries for 8 yards out of him, and that has been the totality of the offense for the Dragons. First and 10 from their own 20-yard line after the touchback. Play action, looking incomplete, well high of his intended target as he was looking for Mitch Nag.
Yeah, and he was covered up by McGregor the whole way, and again, the pressure got there. It was a delayed handoff, and Nuss, again, had to get rid of it quick, and that time just slinged it way too far. It was going to be a hard pass to catch anyway. Had a lot of oomph on that pass. Big-time bullet by Will Nuss, and he's just going to either have to stand in, make a couple plays, take off or something, but Valley's D-line's really getting up front.
Second and 10 after the incompletion, 6:45 left in the second quarter. Twin receivers right. They'll hand the football off. Cutback lane covered up. Still fighting forward. A nice pickup there out to the 24-yard line. Good physical run for the Dragons.
Yeah, Andrew Price got in there, listed as a safety for Valley. He's able to blow that up, and good patience there by the tailback, able to make the play. So, Johnston trying to stay patient, but once again, Trent staring at another 3 and out. Again, they just can't seem to get the offense moving.
Important play here for the Dragon offense, trying to stay on the field, get a sustained drive, down by 5, 12-7. Nuss looking to change the play, down to 10 on the play clock, still plenty of time for him. Out of the pistol formation, 2 receivers each side. Looking out of the backfield, all alone, complete. Up the sideline to the 50, to the 40, brought down at the 37-yard line. Big play up the side. D'Angelo Barque, just a simple little swing pass out there. Nobody covered him.
Yeah, they won't make that mistake again. I mean, nobody covered him. You can see nobody had an assignment on him. Barque is so fast, and yeah, that's the only time that play should work for the rest of the night. That is a big misstep by Valley's defense.
Pick up a 40 on the play on the first completion of the night for Will Nuss. Now 1 of 5 on the evening. He'll work now in Valley territory for the first time. 1st and 10 from the Tigers' 37-yard line. Play action, looking up tops, got 2 to choose from, and it is in for 6. Touchdown Dragons! Nathan King found himself behind the defense. Nuss had 2 guys running open.
He did, and it's almost the same route. It's kind of a levels route to the right side. We'll get a replay here on your streaming service here in just a second, but yeah, Nathan King, he just beat Jaden McGregory straight up. You'll see here it's a good play-action bootleg, and then Nuss just sets his feet, and it's a double route. They're running the same route, and both guys simply got beat.
Johnston regains the lead. Extra point is up, and it is good. 14-12. Johnston, quick strike this time. Completions of 40 and 37 yards. They're into the end zone as they lead it by 2. 5:30 to play. We come back. This is high school football.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WauKeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WauKeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WauKeeChevy.com.
Valley 12. Trent Kahn and Blake Walker back with you. Kickoff and a chance at a return for Robinson as he'll bring it out from the 3-yard line. Cuts past the 20-yard line out to the 25, and that's where he's marked down. A 23-yard return for Robinson. Well, Valley's been able to move the football. A couple of mistakes, though. Really the difference in this one, both, of course, the defensive score given up on the fumble, 2 missed extra points.
Yeah, and that, I mean, yeah, it'd easily be 14-14. Obviously, Valley's offense has looked a little bit better, and we haven't seen a real big stop upcoming besides that fumble recovery for a touchdown for Johnston. So, you know, obviously the defense got a little bit of a break, but I bet they wish it was a longer drive as Will Nuss and the offense started to figure things out quick. But excited to see if they keep going to the ground here. Maybe they take a couple shots.
Clark's put together a big first half running the football. 2 touchdown passes from Drake DeGroat. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Twin receivers on each side. Wide receiver screen to the right, complete. A little pitter-patter forward and a hard hit at the 30-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play.
Well, that play looked broken. It looked like, unless Jakari Clark was supposed to sit there, Zay took a hard hit, like he said at the end of that one, but Clark never moved. It was just a fake handoff, and then Clark stayed there, and Zay just sat there in the flat. Was able to make something out of nothing because he's Zay Robinson, but nice little pickup there for Valley.
Second catch of the night for Robinson. First for 3, this one for 5. 2nd and 5 from the 30-yard line as we go inside of 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. 3 receivers left. Now shifting some things around. Robinson, he's going to line up on the left side of the formation. They'll go 5 wide, and they're going to use a timeout. A little confusion out there, it looked like. Maybe Robinson needs a breather after taking that hard hit. 2nd and 5, timeout on the field. We'll come back in 30 seconds. Johnston 14, Valley 12, 4:38 to play in the second quarter of action. This is high school football. 96.9 The Bull and video streaming on CISN TV.
Save big at DeArmond CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off. Plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames. DeArmondAmes.com.
You're listening to high school football and the Central Iowa Game of the Week on KXNO HD2 Ankeny. 96.9 The Bull. Back to the action with Trent Condon.
Alongside Blake Walker, Trent Condon with you on CISN TV and on the radio side, 96.9 FM The Bull. Glad to have you with us. 14-12 our score. Johnston with the lead over Valley. Tigers looking at a 2nd and 5, but before the snap gets off, a flag comes in. Check down on the field. False start penalty.
They're going to get it on one of the offensive linemen, big number 75. Shaka Konis Ashmore is the one who's called on the whistle, and that was a big play starting to develop. Jaden McGregory was running way out in motion, going back behind Drake DeGroat there, and just got a little bit too quick of a start. Back to 2nd and 10.
4:38 left, plenty of time here for Valley. Ground game has been solid throughout. DeGroat's been solid. This offense has been able to move the football in motion, coming out of the backfield, looking across the middle, set up a screen, complete to Clark. At the 30, near the first down stick. It'll depend on the spot. Gonna mark him short to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 9 on the play for Clark. It'll be 3rd and a yard.
That was really set up well by Valley's offense because Zay Robinson moved in motion. He was eye candy, basically. He then cut up field, and almost both linebackers followed Zay up the field because they thought for sure that was where he was going to go. Turned out to be just a nice little dump-off screen.
3rd and a yard. Valley's big offensive line looking to be some road graders here. You'd anticipate 4 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Clark lined up on the left hip of DeGroat. He'll get it up the middle, got the first down and more. To the 39-yard line, a pickup of 5 and a fresh set of downs for the Tigers.
I thought Johnston played that well. They had guys there, but yeah, just too big up front. A lot of push up front, and Johnston needed to get off the field there, you feel like, for the defense to help him get a little bit momentum, but Valley continues to push the ball.
Johnston 14, Valley 12 here in the 2nd quarter. Tigers at Valley Stadium trying to bounce back. Both these teams fell in overtime a week ago. Johnston to Cedar Falls, Valley to Dowling. DeGroat looking to throw, has got a man out, complete. Pick up a 5 on the play before being escorted out of bounds. A little extra at the end on the completion to Jaden McGregory. So McGregory becoming a bigger part of the offense here in the 2nd quarter.
I think he should be. I mean, just his ability to move up and down the field. If you got him and Zay on the field at the same time, which ironically they're bringing McGregory off at this time, but yeah, it's a nice 1-2 punch, and you have to have some really talented corners to keep up. That was a really nice job by Max Mix to stay on top of McGregor there to make the tackle.
Drake DeGroat now 11 of 12 in this one. He has been sharp. In the football off to Mason. He powers forward to the 47-yard line, a pickup of 5. It'll be 3rd and manageable now for the Tigers.
And with the way your offensive line is playing, 3rd down and short, I mean, it almost feels like an automatic 1st down for Valley, especially with Mason in the backfield. Just waiting to see one break off because it just feels like Valley's getting really close here. And with the clock on their side, they got to like it as well.
2:22 left before halftime. No 2-minute warning or 2-minute timeout.
Thank goodness.
At the high school level. Regardless of the terminology you want to use, we don't get it here. 3rd and 2 for the Tigers. From the pistol formation, rolling out. DeGroat looking complete. Got the first down, spins through a tackle to the 40. Oh, what a beautiful play. The spin cycle from Jaden Brown and a first down for the Tigers.
I didn't think Valley needed to get fancy, but it was a really nice bootleg by DeGroat, and all he had to do was make a short throw. Check out the replay here. He's on a bootleg, and boom, just gets it down to Brown, and boy, nice move by Brown. 2 guys run into each other there. Nicely done by Valley.
Pick up a 16 on the play, 1st and 10 to the Johnston 37-yard line. They huddle up here. Have to anticipate if the clock continues to run. They're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit more.
Yeah, I think so.
Do have 2 timeouts remaining due the Tigers. 1st and 10. Swing pass out to the right. It's complete. Cutting back against the grain to the middle of the field. Just a short pickup of 2. Able to find Jaden Brown with his second catch. It'll be 2nd and long.
I don't think you're going to make a first tackle on contact if you're Valley's defense. You're really just or if you're Johnston's defense, you're going to have to swarm to the ball, which Johnston is doing, but Valley's always going to make that first man miss. I'd say probably about 75% of the time.
Jade McGregory comes over to the sideline to get a breather on 2nd and 7 from the 34, approaching 1 minute left on the clock before halftime.
Got to expect some shots here, especially with how the field goal game's been going.
Brevin Good lines up on the left side. 3 receivers that way for Valley, and we got movement again. Yeah, great point there, Blake, is the missed extra point, a missed field goal from right in the middle of the field. Now they're going backwards, 5-yard penalty on the false start. But you see the coaching staff telling them, get back on the ball. This thing's going to wind again.
Yeah, it's on the tight end, Zach Schemper.
And there's the clock running now inside of 50 seconds before they get the snap off. DeGroat looking, cross the middle, double teamed, incomplete. Great coverage out there by Barcu, but a flag is in.
I think Barcu, I mean, maybe they're going to say he got there a little early and gave a shove to the backside, but the flag would have been further downfield.
Yeah.
I don't know. This will be interesting to see what they call here.
Could be a hold, the officiating crew getting together. 44 seconds left. This is going to be a big call.
Offense.
Offensive pass interference. So one of those rubs, screens, whatever terminology you want to use, going to move them back. And now this is kind of another decision time.
Yeah, and it wasn't where the pass was thrown. I can tell you that. It had to have been on the far sideline. So something we must have missed. But, yeah, you're right. Now you're thinking, why did we waste all that time?
All the way back to their own 46-yard line with 44 seconds to play. It'll be 2nd and 27. They got single safety far back there in Barcu. They're going to drop another one back, it looks like, too. 2 high safety look, 5 wide receivers for Valley, and here's a timeout. So Valley will be down to 1 single timeout with 44 seconds to play. Backed up now to their own 46. Johnston 14, Valley 12. Back in 30 seconds with the conclusion of the first half. 96.9 The Bull and video streaming at CISN TV.
The world is going electric and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 of a qualifying Train Home Comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
Started at Houston.
Back to the Central Iowa Game of the Week on 96.9 The Bull. Let's go out to the field for the play-by-play. Here's Trent Condon.
Alongside Blake Walker, I am Trent Condon. 2nd and 27 for Valley, down by 2 as we approach halftime with 44 seconds left to play in the clock. They'll swing out McGregory, now looking across the middle. Got the tight end, Schemper, complete. Short of the first down, a pickup of 26 on 2nd and 27. And the big game continues for Zach Schemper. Big tight end, he has been outstanding.
Valley sent a man in motion in the flat, and that left the linebackers staring at him, and they left Schemper wide open over the middle.
3rd and a yard. DeGroat looking, now scrambling. He is pulled down. It is going to be close. Looks like they gave him the first down on the far side of the field. Here on the near side, it's going to be close. Clock is still ticking. It's 4th down. They say he was short, and they're going to have to use their final timeout. With 2 seconds on the clock. It'll be 4th and a yard.
He is, in fact, short. That was a really nice tackle there up front by Johnston. I didn't quite get a number, but boy, Trent, the way the kicking has gone tonight, you almost rather take a shot and just maybe either hope you get a PI but you got talented wide receivers. It's just how much do you trust your kicker, and it looks like they're going to run him out.
Interesting decision here. Gary Swanson going to trust in his kicker. Talking to a couple of Valley people last week. Successful game 2 for Seppi Frontiani. Real excited for the young man. It's a great family, great young kid. Hadn't done a ton of football kicking, but was good a week ago. It's been a struggle tonight. A miss from 31, along with 2 missed extra points. This one will be from 45. He's got plenty of leg. The holder on the play will be number 14, Dante Scarota. Hold down, kick, it is sidewinding, no good again. And that's how the half will come to a close. Johnston clinging to a 14-12 lead over Valley. That's going to be a conversation piece, and the special teams coach probably going to have a long conversation in there about what they're going to do.
Yeah, they're going to have to make a change, or not a change, but I think you just got to tell him to breathe. You can see he's frustrated there on the sideline, but you just got to kind of get him to relax, set back up. We've seen so many times that kids will miss kicks, and then it comes down to a game-winning field goal, and who goes out and kicks the game winner. We saw that last week, and unfortunately with Iowa State and Iowa. So, yeah, I think we're in for a good half, but those are going to be points you want to see on the board.
Well, Blake, we saw Valley go up and down the field, but missed opportunities from them. Johnston, opportunistic, had the defensive score, a great play on that one, both on the strip and then the recovery running it in to get the scoring started here tonight. And also that Johnston offense started to click a little bit, taking some shots down the field, and Will Nuss, if he starts to get hot, look out.
Yeah, and I don't know, they might not want to go back to the ground, and I don't think they have to, based off what we saw on that touchdown drive. Will Nuss, when he picks up confidence, he's a tough guy to beat, and this is what Johnston does. They just kind of hang around. They're going to nag at you, and Valley just hasn't put them away, and that fumble recovery at the beginning, that'll be a big one to look at.
Coming up here, it's the halftime show presented by Iowa Corn. We will get you updated from some scores from across central Iowa. Recap what we saw in the first half and the keys to the second half. We got a good one, no surprise, a top 10 matchup. 9th-ranked Johnston, a 14-12 lead over number 4 West Des Moines Valley, as we come back with the Iowa Corn halftime show on 96.9 FM and video streaming at CISN TV.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Save on all new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off, plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees. All at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville.
It's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
A stadium at a 14-12 game. Johnston with the lead over the homestanding Valley Tigers. Trent Condon alongside Blake Walker. Glad to have you with us here on the halftime show. Blake, looking back at some of the numbers in the first half, some of the big keys, and boy, this has been just a back and forth affair. Two teams that I'm sure have some frustrations in the locker room, but a lot to build on as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one thing that, Valley really wants to hone in on is they got to make less mistakes in the penalties category. Those have really cost the Tigers here early. They've been able to run the ball really well. And on that last drive, because of the time management that I think could have been known a little bit better, they didn't run the ball, and that kind of cost them a little bit. Obviously, the kicking game is going to be the big one that you circle. 3 missed kicks, 2 PATs, 1 actual field goal. And then, turning over the ball. That turnover has really been the main difference maker, I'd say, so far in this one. For Valley, I think it's just Will Nuss and what he can do with the offense. The running game has not worked. They just don't have the lanes up front. Valley is much bigger. So you're going to have to go to the air, and it's just going to have to be which Valley cornerback, if any, do they make a play. Because Will Nuss, he's a good quarterback, but he's prone for mistakes. We know that, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the second half plays out here, because both these teams very even to see so far.
No doubt about it, and it's going to be about making a play. You said at the top, and it was apropos because shortly after it was a turnover. That's the difference in this one. In a 2-point game, a scoop and score, forced turnover, a forced fumble out there, and the recovery by Jeffrey Scott, as that's how our scoring got started. In fact, let's go through this scoring update here in the first half of action as Johnston jumped out to a 7-0 lead on the 29-yard fumble return by Jeffrey Scott. Ian Yates added the PAT, and Johnston led it 7-0. Valley, though, responded. 62-yard touchdown pass as Drake DeGroot was able to find Schemper, his tight end. The extra point was no good, and it was 7-6, Johnston with the lead. Another touchdown pass. This one a 13-yarder from DeGroot to Robinson. Another missed PAT made it 12-7, and then the response by Johnston. A 37-yard touchdown pass. Will Nuss was able to find King, one of 2 open receivers. Yates added the PAT, and that's where we are right now, 14-12 to score.
Yeah, it's been a fun one so far. You want to take a look at some scores across the state?
That'd be great.
While we have Ankeny Centennial currently leading over Cedar Falls in the defensive battle, 7-0 in the second quarter. Dowling Catholic on top of Ankeny, 13-7. Dowling trailed 7-6 early in that one. Bettendorf on top of Urbandale, 14-0. Keep an eye out for the Bulldogs this year. Waukee on top of Sioux City North, 14-0. Cedar Rapids Prairie on top of Southeast Polk, 7-0. Those are the scores that we have so far here across the metro. So, fun night of football. I think we're in for a good second half here.
Beautiful night out there. Can't ask for anything more than what we're having here. The Valley Band on the field going through theirs. And just the other day, my daughter walked home with the cello.
There you go.
For the first time. So
it's going to get a little louder in your house.
Apparently it is. Dad was a little bit surprised. Didn't know that thing was coming home already. But it's there, and maybe someday we'll see young Ella out there on the field of the marching band. She's got a big softball tournament, though, this weekend.
Awesome.
So we're gearing up for that. West Des Moines community, always a great one, and what they do. And this stadium, just such a great scene for football, what they do. Brad Rose does such an outstanding job, along with his group with the athletic department, and just putting together time in and time out a first-class operation here at Valley.
Yeah, absolutely. Just everything is really done well. They think about things beforehand. You walk in, and I see people that do security at Wells Fargo here. It's just kind of one of those things, and not to mention, it is a beautiful, beautiful night outside. This is football weather to the max. Obviously, maybe a little bit colder, but everybody loves it. No need for long sleeves. It is just a perfect night.
Can't ask for much more. Well, we'll take a quick time out here. Continue our Iowa Corn halftime show. Once again, your halftime score. Johnston 14, West Des Moines Valley 12. We continue on the Iowa Corn halftime show. Video streaming, you can watch it on CISN TV and on the radio on 96.9 FM. We're back with more here in a moment.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Save big at DeArmond Chevy GMC Knoxville. New Silverado 1500 Crew Cab offering 5.9% for 84 months plus up to $4,750 cash. New 2024 Chevy and GMC 2500 HDs with 5.9% for 84 months. And new Sierra 1500 Crew Cab with 5.9% for 84 months plus up to $3,750 cash. All at DeArmond Chevy GMC Knoxville. DeArmondChevyGMC.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Nearest Taco John's.
Guys, are you looking?
The Central Iowa Game of the Week halftime show on 96.9 The Bull is brought to you by the Urology Center of Iowa. Here's Trent Condon.
Trent Condon, Blake Walker back with you once again at Valley Stadium. 14-12 our halftime score. Johnston with the lead over West Des Moines Valley on the Iowa Corn halftime show. Valley Band continuing to go through their entertainment here at the half. And we were just talking about some numbers here in the first half. I was going through, and these are unofficial stats. It's just me and my chicken scratch over here. But starting with the Valley Tigers, how about this first half for Drake DeGroat? 13 of 14, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's also ran 2 times for 6 yards. Jakari Clark on the ground, 11 carries for 77 yards, 8 for 33 for Darius Mason on the ground. Receiving, led by the tight end, Zach Schemper, 4 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Zay Robinson with 2 catches, 2 for Jaden Brown, 2 for Jaden McGregory, 1 for Darius Mason, 1 for 9 yards for Jakari Clark. 35 offensive plays.
Yeah.
On the other side, the
weird.
Johnston Dragons have run, to my count, 10 offensive plays in the first half. 2 of 6 passing for 77 yards and a touchdown for Will Nuss. 4 carries, 12 yards for Emory Jones. And that's it.
And their lead, 14-12. A fumble recovery for a touchdown will skew stats, but in that case, give all the credit in the world. That just tells me Johnston's defense for sure needed this halftime break, as they are undoubtedly gassed, and that gives a lot of credit to Coach Woodley and his staff for what they've done. And yeah, if you're Valley, you're just, obviously the missed field goals have been a thing, but you're just shaking your head like, how are we losing this game?
And no doubt about it. 35 to 10 plays in the first half, and on the scoreboard it shows Johnston 14, Valley 12. These two teams, I think, certainly have pieces of them that they look at and say, all right, we're making the improvements that we want to see. We're making that step forward. Johnston's defense being out there as much as they have, holding up against this physical Valley front. The offensive line for Valley, they've taken another step forward, it looks like, this week.
Yeah, they have, and I think that's the biggest thing that you want to see from week to week. How do you improve? Unfortunately for Valley, the last couple of years, they have had to play from behind. You know, they have that losing record to start the year the past couple seasons, but it hasn't mattered. They end up making the playoffs. They end up going to the Dome. It doesn't matter. But Coach Swenson, I know he does not want to be 1-2 again, because you just don't want to go into a hole and say, oh, we're fighting the RPI. Valley's going to get in no matter what. We saw that last year with a low winning record, and they still made the postseason. But you want to make it a little bit easier on yourself. You'd love to have home field advantage, but these are the games you got to win, and Johnston wants to stay as one of those quiet contenders and take away something here tonight.
Another score update for you from Central Iowa. Dallas Center Grimes taking on Fort Dodge. So odd seeing those two teams. Fort Dodge, though, down at 4A now in the 5-class system, and DCG playing up at the 4A level. 14-7 the score at the half in that one. DCG with the lead over Fort Dodge. Sioux City West out on the other side of the state. They trail the Wolverines, my wife's alma mater, 36-0 to Sergeant Bluff Luton in that matchup up in Northwest Iowa. Continue to scroll through a few scores here. Here's a little bit of a surprise. ADM lost so much talent a year ago. They're tied up at the half with top-ranked Lewis Central. I've heard unbeatable out of Lewis Central.
Is very good, and they lost a lot, so that's a big surprise there for ADM.
Good start in that one, 17-17 at the half. Ankeny Centennial and Cedar Falls. Of course, the Tigers a week ago upended Johnston in overtime. Tied up with 29 seconds left as Cedar Falls gets into the end zone up in CF. And Cedar Falls playing in their new stadium now, not playing in the Unidome any longer.
Very nice. It's one of those really nice fields. They beat Cedar Rapids Prairie in week 1. People really didn't know about Cedar Rapids Prairie. The Hawks are currently tied with Southeast Polk. 14-14 is my score here on our sheet, second quarter. So keep an eye out for Prairie.
Another update for you. Waukee up 35-0 over Sioux City North. They're cruising there. Another touchdown pass for Beckett Baker. And seeing Beckett for the first time a couple years ago as a freshman, you knew it was going to happen. Yeah. Now as an upperclassman, you can see it starting to click for him.
He is unbelievable. I mean, there's chances he could end up as a Gatorade Player of the Year. That's how good he is. I mean, just his ability to throw on the run. Waukee has a star in Beckett Baker. And again, only a junior, and he already looks like a senior. And we already knew that was going to happen.
Here's another matchup I never thought I'd see on the football field. Gilbert, our neighbors to the north, is facing Mason City tonight.
Nice little trip.
21-7. Gilbert with the lead over Mason City as that one has reached the end of the first quarter. As more scores continue to come in here on the halftime show presented by Iowa Corn, and as scores continue to happen here throughout the evening on the local and the statewide front, we will pass them along to you. Still at the half as both teams starting to trot out onto the field. The special is going to come out there and start to get warmed up a little bit. So, Blake, let's talk a little bit about this second half. We've talked about, obviously, the Johnston defense. They've been on the field a ton. What are some of the keys here? What are you looking to do? Johnston will get the football to start the second half.
Yeah, I think you just got to pass. I don't think you want to go to the ground game. I think Valley has figured that out. Maybe, you can try a couple play-action fakes to really try to get Valley's defense on the knees. But, yeah, I think for Johnston, you just got to stay up in the passing game, make Will Nuss make a couple plays, and force Valley's DBs to really hone in because they got beat on that last drive. And as for Valley, offensively, it's working. I mean, the defense or the line is really starting to move. The passing attack, obviously, DeGroote's numbers say it's working well, but those are kind of just short little dump-offs. You got to trust your wide receivers, and I think this whole second half will come into the trust of your players. And also, does Valley kick again the rest of the night? That's a big question mark right now. Will they even try to kick the ball the rest of the night? So, big thing to keep an eye on.
Well, and you mentioned that, and, say if Valley does score a touchdown first here, all right, that would give them 18. You got to start thinking about going for 2 at that point because it's not just been the kicks. Yeah. We've seen 2 low snaps. Holds. One, the hold was bobbled. So it's been the whole kicking department, not just something where you can blame the kicker, say, hey, do we got a young guy we're going to give a shot here? It's been kind of the special teams as a whole, the whole PAT and field goal unit. So it's not one thing you can point to. And when you got weapons like they do, you got Thunder and Lightning with Clark and Mason in the backfield. You got a quarterback that's 13 of 14. You got Zay Robinson, McGregory, Brown, Schemper. He's been great tonight. I mean, you got so many weapons, and the offensive line playing well. Going for 2 just seems like a better pass.
Stats say, if you looked at the ESPN predictor when they always bring up 4th down, it just said go for it. I mean, there's no real reason to. And like you said, how big they are up front and how close you are when you go for 2 anyway, you can just keep running the ball. So I'm very curious to see what Coach Swenson will do here, but I'm sure Valley would love to even up that turnover differential because that one's looming in that first half that Johnston was able to pick up.
We'll take our final time out here of the halftime show presented by Iowa Corn. Come back and get ready for the start of the second half. Johnston 14, West Des Moines Valley 12 as we continue on the Iowa Corn halftime show. We're back with more here in a moment.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 on a qualifying Train home comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
.net or give them a call at 515-225-8866 or online wolfroofing.net.
Back to the high school football and the Central Iowa Game of the Week on 96.9 The Bull.
Video streaming on YouTube and across the World Wide Web, CISN TV. You can also hear our call here in Central Iowa on 96.9 FM or on the iHeart Radio app. And a shout out, Darlin Wally checking in down in Florida. Love to hear about all the connections nationwide, people checking into the games. Always such a fun thing about doing these high school broadcasts.
It's awesome. I mean, and I think especially as of recently, obviously family check into the games, but Iowa high school athletics is just becoming more popular. A lot of very talented athletes have been coming out of the state more in the last 5 years than we've seen across any time period before, whether that be football, basketball, men's, women's sports. It's just a good time to be here in the state of Iowa watching high school athletics.
Johnston will begin the second half with the football as they won the opening coin toss and deferred to the second half. 14-12, Johnston with the lead. They also wonder about the kickoff duties here and just kind of where in the headspace we see Fratiani with 2 missed extra points and also the 2 missed field goals. So tee it up from the 40-yard line.
I think it's just a confidence thing. I mean, in my opinion, I think you just got to keep trying him. Mm-hmm. One goes through, maybe that's all he needs to see.
Back deep to receive, Nathan King, who had the touchdown reception, is back there for the Dragons. So we're ready for the start of the second half. Ball on its way. Here we go. Short kick. Grabbed at the 7-yard line by King. Chanson returns. He comes up the right side. Cuts back at the 20. Hesitates for a moment. Blows past a defender and is escorted out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Dragons with the ball first here in the second half.
Yeah, excited to see how Will Nuss comes back out here offensively and what changes Valley made defensively, because Johnston took a couple shots downfield. In case you missed it after checking out during the halftime, 10 plays unofficially run by Johnston, 35 by Valley. So statistics say Johnston will either go for it all here or go 3-0.
As they trot out onto the field, Johnston using that spread offense that they've had now for a number of years. Doing it with another talented signal caller in Will Nuss, multi-sport athlete, tremendous baseball player. Another run to the state tournament out of the Dragons this season. As they start 1st and 10 at the 29, they'll hand the football off right side. Big push forward. out to the 33-yard line to pick up a 4 on the play. Just some power football there with Barque.
I like that look because realistically Valley should be thinking pass defensively. So you're not going to stack the box as much as you usually would, and that time Johnston kind of caught him off guard. That's a respectable gain. Another thing to keep an eye out on for those watching on stream and I guess listening, Conley Harney, the sophomore kicker. He is warming up a couple snaps of his own here on the sideline. Something to keep an eye out on for Valley.
2nd down and 6 after the pickup of 4 on the play from the 33-yard line. Pistol formation, handoff up the gut. Pushing forward, Barque able to get a little something out of nothing there as he brings it forward to the 36 to pick up a 3.
Now I will say, Trent, I did not have 2 straight runs to start the half on the bingo card, but obviously Johnston wants to establish. That's probably exactly what was said in the locker room by Coach Woodley. We got to at least make them think we're going to run the ball because right now it felt like all passing. This is a really interesting spot because you could go draw and maybe catch them off guard, or you could go to the air.
Spread it out, 2 receivers on each side of the formation. From the pistol, Will Nuss looking to throw out of the backfield, complete up the sideline, all alone. 40, 30, one man to beat. Barque to the end zone, cut down at the 2. Big play again, D'Angelo Barque, and for the second time, a simple swing pass turns into a big one.
Everybody goes. Valley sends a huge blitz. There's no linebackers back there, and Barque somehow, some way was caught. How about the effort by number 13, Cam Kribari, the senior DB? They're going to have it inside the 5, but if they don't come up with a touchdown, Cam gets one of those gold stars. Incredible effort defensively to stop him.
62 yards on the pitch and catch. Barque, 2 catches, 102 yards. 1st and goal from the 3. They'll hand the football off up the middle. Not much there. Maybe got a yard out of the play. It'll be 2nd and goal. Barque, his 3rd carry here of this drive, picks up a yard, 2nd and goal.
And with how Valley's D-line is, I think you're going to have to push this thing to the outside. I don't know if you're going to get this thing going right over the top against Valley's defensive line. I'm curious to see what happens here. I'd even go with a Will Nuss bootleg or something with Will Nuss to maybe shake him out.
They're going heavy here.
They got Scott in at fullback.
An offset triple I formation. They'll go to the second man through. Gonna be close, but looks like it's gonna be just shy as they hand it off to the fullback there.
That's Jeffrey Scott. They were trying to go for his 2nd touchdown of the night back there.
So Scott gets a yard on the play. Had the defensive score to get it started. A 29-yard fumble recovery. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Gotta think sneak here.
Nuss lines up again under center. Again, that offset I formation from the Dragons. They'll hit it off Barque. Hit in the backfield, and he is stuck. The Valley defense holds. Coming up and hitting in the backfield. That was Luke Walter with the tackle for loss.
I don't get it. I really don't. It's a long acting dive, and Johnston's going to keep the offense out, but that play took way too long. Nope. Maybe they might kick. I don't know. That's just a tough call for Johnston inside the 5, and it looks like the offense is going to stay out there.
Kind of some indecision back and forth. Now they shift things out, and it looks like they're going to go more with their traditional look. 4th and goal from the 3-yard line for the Johnston offense. 2 receivers to the right, and there is a flag that comes in. Nuss is in trouble. Breaks through 1 tackle, but he's going to be stopped short. To the 1-yard line. Valley gets a stop, at least momentarily. We'll check on the flag.
I don't think they were set. Valley wasn't. Yep. What a stop for Valley. What a tackle. What a tackle by Cam Kribari.
Yes.
To make the game, could be game-saving tackle on the Barque breakaway. Nicely done by Valley.
Nuss able to get 2 yards on the play as we take another look at that 4th down. A 3rd down stop. Barque hit in the backfield. Walter just came charging through. But now Valley, on the shadows of their own goalposts, will start 98 yards away from pay dirt.
Yeah, not exactly what you want, but the way their running game has worked, I think you just got to give this Darius Mason, just let him go. They're actually going to put Clark back there this time. I don't hate that either. Good breakaway speed. This is where Johnston has to be careful because he can't just send an all-out blitz because he could get beat over the top.
Clark, 11 carries, 77 yards in the first half of action. Quarterback Drake DeGroat was 13 of 14 for 152 and 2 touchdowns in the first. And we got some movement on the Valley side. A little bob of the head. They'll move back a yard.
That is going to go on Darius Mason. Darius Mason was lined up at the tight end position, and what is that, half a distance to the goal?
It will be, so move it back a yard from the 2 to the 1. Now, I'm not sure how much young Mr. Mason has played the tight end position either.
They're going to put him right back to it. They are stacking that line. 2 extra guys in. You got Shepard and Mason on the right side.
DeGroat takes a shotgun snap out of his own end zone, hands the football off, nothing there. Hit up at the line of scrimmage, no yards on the play. Something that we have not mentioned for Jakari Clark throughout the course of this evening.
Yeah, forward progress saves him there. I think he's actually going to lose maybe an inch or 2. Good pressure up on the right side. And what is this now? This will be 2nd down and 11. So right now, all Drake DeGroat needs to be thinking, take the snap, finish the job. You just have to get it out of your hands. You can't control what happens in front of you. This might be a dive.
And they're just going to sneak it forward. DeGroat past the 5, got the 6, so he gets 5 yards on the play, makes it 3rd and manageable. Another thing with Valley, seen a week ago, they got McGregory back there as a punter. He's not a prototypical punter. He's a great athlete, but they've had some issues in the punting game, along with some of the snapping issues. You just got to get a little breathing room.
Yeah, you do. And on this opportunity, I think, your defense has played decent so far. I'm curious to see what the play call is here. I think you got to keep it on the ground, but I'm not kidding. DeGroat probably could have ran that more. I mean, nobody really picked him up for being a QB sneak, but
surprised how open it was as he gets 5 on the sneak. 3rd and 6 from the 6-yard line for the Tigers. Out of the gun, they'll hand the football off. Clark, he bounces it to the outside, now cuts back at the 10. He's going to be short of the first down, though. 2 yards short. It'll be 4th and 2 from the 10.
It's a good response by Johnston's defense. They are not, in fact, going to go for it inside their own 15. But, I mean, it's a sour taste in your mouth for the Dragons that you couldn't finish even the score there. But good job by the defense. And in a way, I mean, yeah, you'll take putting your defense on the field at the 2.
One thing I did wonder about watching McGregory a week ago, such an outstanding athlete, is why he's not exactly a boomer of a punter, why they don't have him more rugby style and use that athleticism, and if something's there, he can go with it.
Also, the ability to take off. Fake punts are a must.
Pressure comes. He line drives one. It'll hit at the 41-yard line. Take a Valley bounce. Great catch on the bounce and brought back to the 41-yard line. A scary proposition, but able to just get that one into the hands and a pickup of 8 on the punt return for the Johnston returner, Vincent Peterson. Good field position for the Dragons.
You say it was a good bounce. It was a low bounce. I mean, one bad step, and that would have been going back the other way. But anything for field position in a game like this, I mean, it feels defensive. I mean, if it wasn't for that fumble recovery, we'd be 12-7 right now. But Johnston got to finish right here.
Halfway through the third quarter, 5:57 to play in the third. Johnston leading 14-12 over West Des Moines Valley. This top 10 matchup, Trent Condon alongside Blake Walker. Glad to have you aboard with us here tonight. Got an extra player in there coming over to the sideline. Now they're going to shift another wide receiver out to the left. Will Nuss wants to throw that way, looking well high and incomplete. Looking for Quinn Russell, couldn't find him. 2nd and 10.
I actually think Johnston only had 10 on the field that time, so I think they might have accidentally thrown one extra off, but either way, they'll get that sorted out. But yeah, just curl route didn't work that time, and Nuss throws it high.
Nuss, after completing 3 consecutive passes, misses for the first time since the first half. He is now 3 of 8 in the ball game. But he is thrown for 139 yards.
That's how I have my stats on video games.
5:52 left in the third. Nuss to throw again, looking for that wheel route out to the left. Cutting back, first down, 25-20 to the 15, still on his feet, bumped out of bounds. Well, it wasn't Barque this time on the
Ty Walsh.
Walsh comes into the game. He gets the big gainer and a first down and into the Metro Heating and Cooling red zone.
Well, it's the same exact play. I mean, it's a little dump off, except Ty Walsh was covered. He was covered by 2 players, and he made them both miss. And Johnston once again in our Metro Heating and Cooling red zone, but you have to finish. And I think you take points here no matter what.
At the 11-yard line after the pickup of 31 on the play. 1st and 10, they still can't get a first down. They run it, breaking through a couple of tackles and picking up a hard-earned 2 yards. 2nd down and 8.
Emory Jones just kind of finding some space and kind of looking like Le'Veon Bell, just kind of waiting for his line. He's kind of pushing him where he wants to go, but that time just not enough. And I think Johnston's going to have to take a shot here, throw it up to either Tino Day or somebody and force him to make a play defensively.
Valley defense starting to crash down hard there in the middle by their big defensive tackle, Jimenez. They got some size and some girth up in the middle. Wolter made a nice play defensively from his linebacker spot the last time they were down in here. 2nd and 8 from the 9. Wide receiver swings out, looking, ball deflected, incomplete. That one knocked down at the line of scrimmage. They were looking towards a middle screen there, but there's Alonzo Jimenez, just mentioned him a moment ago.
Yeah, and he's done a really nice job. 5'11", 275. He's only a junior. A lot of size in the middle. I'm sure he would have loved to pick that off, but better than giving up the screenplay.
3rd and 8. Again, still can't get a first down at the 1-yard line. Can the Dragons? As the play clock ticks inside of 15. They try it up to the line of scrimmage. Will Nuss, the senior quarterback.
Tino Day, 2-inch advantage on the left side of the field.
They put a man in motion, looking across the middle. Man, back of the end zone, open, incomplete. Had Tino Day all by himself and overshot him.
He just missed him. I mean, he was wide open. He waved his hand in the back of the end zone, and Will, I think, accounted for all the linebackers over the middle. To see on a replay here. Yeah, he just missed him. I mean, he was wide open, broken coverage, and unfortunately for Johnston, going to have to bring out the field goal unit.
So another opportunity in the kicking department for Ian Yates. He's 2 for 3 this year, a long of 22 yards. This will be a 26-yarder from the middle of the field. Kick with plenty of leg is up, and it is good. Johnston 17, Valley 12, 4:43 to play in the 3rd quarter. Stay right there as we continue. This is high school football on 96.9 FM and video streaming on CISN TV.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Johnston has extended their lead 17-12 over West Des Moines Valley. The Dragons trying to pull off the upset here on the road. The 9th-ranked team in the state leading number 4. And the kickoff from Yates end over end, grabbed by Zay Robinson at the 4-yard line. Chance to return as he hesitates at the 20, dances around, still dancing, and jumps out of bounds at the 24. And that's where Valley will start with the football.
Does a lot of dancing. Sometimes you hope he doesn't get backsided because, boy, the way he moves around, yeah, he can make guys miss, but you don't want to get blown up. Interested to see what Valley does here. I mean, you know, obviously could maybe scratch what they did last drive, starting inside their own 10. That's not what you want to see, but will they go right back to the ground game, try to open up the passing game a little bit more? Obviously, DeGroote's been really good, but, yeah, Johnston needs more stops because this game is far from over.
Haven't seen DeGroote put it in the air nearly as much as we did in the first half when he was 13 of 14 for 152. They were backed up, though, last time they had the football. They'll start out of the gun. That pitch play out to the left side. It's Clark. Knocked down at the 28-yard line. Still a pickup of 5 on first down. Tigers will take that with 4:25 left in the third.
A little bit of a crack toss. You know, DeGroote kind of leads his way near side and doesn't just stand there. He runs along with Clark, and Nice tackle there by Max Minks, the junior linebacker. Woodley's got to like he'll get him for one more year. He's made a lot of big plays tonight.
Twin receivers right, single left for the Tigers. DeGroat out of the shotgun will hand the football off again. It is Clark spinning forward, going to be shy of the first down, it appears. Though the extra effort, waiting for that whistle, it never came. The offensive lineman came in there, they shoved him forward all the way to the 38, and a pickup of, instead of 3, it's 10.
I don't really know the rule about stopping the play, but I feel like maybe it could have been stopped. Valley gets a gift there to keep that play running, and obviously Valley was able to keep the legs churning and gets a first down, but it could have been easily short of about 2 yards.
17-12, Johnston with the lead over Valley. Valley dominated the first half in terms of play production. 35-10 offensive plays. Found themselves down in the scoreboard, and Johnston's now added to it with a field goal, our only scoring of the second half. 17-12, 3.5 to play. 3 receivers right for the Tigers. They'll hand the football off again. Stuck at the line of scrimmage. Great penetration by the Dragons D. Coming up and making the play, Micah Cook.
Yeah, I didn't call his name a ton, but boy, we should be. 6'6", 240. He missed a tackle just a couple plays ago, kind of bumped himself in the head and said, you got it next time. That time he makes a big play and just barely back to the line of scrimmage.
Puts Valley a little bit back behind the chains now. They did give him a yard on the play, make it 2nd down and 9. For Valley, as the running lanes have been closed up here a little bit more as this game has progressed, as the Johnston defense has really tightened up against the run. Go right back to the ground game again. Oh, hesitation, breaking free for the first down into Dragon territory. Out on the edge, looked like maybe Valley got away with the hold, and a first down by Clark.
Yeah, and they kind of have to hold for how well Johnson's DNs are playing. I'm surprised they're not going back up the middle, but yeah, I think they got lucky there as Cook got held once again, just a little bit of a tug, and that allowed Clark to get outside.
To the 49-yard line of the Dragons, 2.5 to play. Valley with the football, trailing by 5. Trip receivers on the short side of the field. That's the left side. Single receiver out to the right. Valley now looking to change the play as they talk things over. Taking a peek over at the sideline. DeGroat from the shotgun rolls out to his right. Still rolling, still looking. Nothing there. And he's going to chuck it away incomplete.
That play the whole way was designed for Zay Robinson. He was the only one on that far side of the field, and DeGroat kind of worried me when he ran backwards. I don't know what he was trying to do, but luckily just gets rid of it. Take a break if you're Valley there.
Last time we saw him going backwards, he had it stripped away, and it turned into the first score of the game on the defensive touchdown from Jeffrey Scott. 2:04 left in the third quarter. Valley now facing 2nd and 10. 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Clark in the backfield with DeGroat, the quarterback. He takes the shotgun snap. Play action. Zone 2. Robinson complete. Robinson makes a man miss. Cuts back at the 20 to the 15. First down. Tigers. 34 yards. Zay Robinson making the defense look silly.
It's the same thing. It's a read option pass. DeGroat has a chance to hand it off, or he can tuck it and has to get it out before the linemen move upfield. But it's the same play, but Valley scored on earlier tonight. Robinson, again, just makes great moves downfield to help Valley advance.
See that elite athleticism. And a first down for the Tigers into the Metro Heating and Cooling red zone. 1st and 10 at the 15. 3 receivers right, 1 left. As they'll hand it off left side, cutting back at the 10 before being stuck down there. Nice carry, though, on first down for the Tigers and Jakari Clark.
Anderson Sheasel, the junior, 6'2", 230, makes a great play there. You know, you look at Johnson's defense, yes, they have senior leaders, but they got a couple juniors that I think they can really circle and come back to next year that are getting valuable minutes this year.
Mark him down at the 11, a pickup of 4. Still can get a first down inside the 5-yard line, can the Tigers. Trailing by 5. Go right back to the ground again. Big hole! Clark up the middle! Touchdown, but a flag comes in right in the middle of where the offensive line's standing. And that will wipe the score off the board for the Tigers. Another impactful mistake.
Yeah, and it's deep in your own territory, and it's the hole was big, and there's a reason it was big. There was just a slight tug on the inside. I couldn't quite tell who it was, but yeah, you just can't do it. They're going to get it on. I'm not sure who they got it on.
I think it was Nicholas Buzzle who was caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Move it all the way back now to the 21-yard line, and this will change, you'd have to think now, offensively. And if you're just joining us, kicking woes tonight by Valley, 0 for 2 in field goals, 0 for 2 in extra points. With 59 seconds left in the third, down by 5. Setting up a screen, out to the left, complete. Cutting back Mason to the 12. A pickup of 9, but boy, that looked like it was going to be more.
It did, and the screen plays have worked great for both teams tonight. Kind of their bread and butter whenever they need it on big, long situations. So now a much more manageable 3rd and short, well, quote-unquote short. First down's at the 5, and they're currently at the 12.
As back into the game comes Jakari Clark. He'll come in for Mason at the running back position. Zay Robinson's going to start up. Lined up in the right slot. Brevin Good also on that side.
Watch your slant route. Read option again.
Jaden Brown lined up on the left. They're going to swing it out to the right to Robinson. Makes the catch. Can't make the defense miss, though. What a tackle in space. Johnston's defense was swarming over there. The Dragons with a great play by Jacob Helgeson.
You and I talked about him at the very beginning of the night. There's the reason why. Zay Robinson can make a lot of guys miss in traffic, but boy, Helgeson came over and just lays the boom and shuts him down.
Pick up a 2 on the play. Robinson, his 4th catch. Timeout on the field. It's 4th down as we go to the 4th quarter of action. Johnston 17, West Des Moines Valley 12. We go to the 4th quarter next. This is high school football. 96.9 The Bull and video streaming on CISN TV.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
From the 10-yard line for Valley, kicking woes, you're down by 5, and here comes the offense.
Yeah, this is it's not ideal, I can tell you that. But you only have to get to the 5. Let us remember that. I mean, the marker is at the 5-yard line. They're at the 10, so they don't have to go for the end zone here. You just need to get to the 5-yard line. If I'm Johnston, play tight, because realistically, they won't be thinking end zone here.
Looking for a mesh concept, kind of rub those guys together, see if you can find somebody free. Zay Robinson lined up in the right slot. He's coming across the field. They're looking for him. Nothing there. DeGroat looks to the back of the end zone. It's complete. Touchdown Tigers on 4th down. Skying in the end zone, going up and making the play incredible.
Jaden Brown. Jaden Brown is the one who makes the play. There's a Dragon who's down. He just mossed his man. That's all he did. And DeGroat got bailed out because of the fabulous play by Jaden Brown. Take a look at the replay here. DeGroat's in trouble. Nobody's open. His original route is closed. He's getting hit as he throws, and he goes right over top of Barku, who is down on the field. And just a beautiful play by Brown. Gets Valley in the end zone.
DeGroat with his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. This time he is able to find Brown in the end zone. Gives Valley a 1-point lead. They're going to keep the offense on the field, trying to make it a 3-point game.
Boy, this would be a tough loss for Johnston's offense. Barku is up trying to walk on his own back, but he's been big in the offensive side. He's had those 2 big dump-off plays in the passing attack. And if you're Valley, you need this. You need this 2-point conversion badly.
3rd catch of the night for Jaden Brown. 3 catches, 29 yards, and now a touchdown on the tally sheet. Valley by 1 on the first play of the fourth quarter. Parkview being helped off the field. A couple extra staff members going to come over and help escort him back. As he took the worst of it, Brown high in the air to pluck it and give Valley the lead. First time they've led since it was 12-7. I formation.
Yeah, I'd expect maybe just a dump off here on a bootleg maybe.
Just going to line it up. No, roll out. Looking back of the end zone, complete for the 2-point conversion. Zaire Robinson, as DeGroat was able to find him. We've seen them exclusively out of shotgun tonight outside of when they were backed up at their own 1. Here it works, and they got a 3-point lead. Valley 20, Johnston 17. We continue with more. It's a Central Iowa Game of the Week.
Before you want to get stronger, faster, healthier, you want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Iowans. Football season, concussions always a big topic.
This year, 2 to 3 million sports-related concussions will occur, and about half of those go unreported. 2 out of every 10 high school students will suffer a concussion. The most important part is following through with your doctor, but the recommendations are different than they used to be. And at Elite Eye Care, we can diagnose and treat the post-concussion visual symptoms that typically exist.
That's Dr.
Back to high school football on 96.9 The Bull.
Another chance at a return for Johnston, bouncing out to the right to the 25-yard line before being stood up there. Decent field position. Nathan King again on the return. Johnston now facing a little bit of adversity down on the scoreboard for the first time this half.
Now we get to see, first time down at all. That now we get to see how Johnston's offense responds. It's just been very hit or miss. Either they're going to get going, they're going to have big passing plays. Barku, I can't see him on the sideline, but I assume he's probably being worked on. Yeah, he is over on the far bench. So he's out for at least this drive for a little bit. So Johnston's going to have to figure something out, and I think they're going to have to stay in the passing attack.
RQ, a couple of big receptions out of him, 2 catches for 102 yards out of the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 25, and now they're going to go with a 5-wide receiver look are the Dragons. Will Nuss from the gun. Pressure comes. He is hit and dropped for a big loss all the way back inside the 20-yard line. He is sacked. That Valley defense comes charging in.
That's Jackman, the senior defensive lineman, 6'2", 235, just blows it up in there, and Will just waited too long in the pocket. He's been flirting with it all night long, but that time just didn't have enough. And Trent, we got to circle that wide open pass missed by Will Nuss in the end zone, because it would be 21-20 right now. That might come back to haunt Will Nuss. He's going to have to make a play here on this drive.
11-11 left, fourth quarter. Valley 20, Johnston 17 after a loss of 6 on the sack. 2nd and 16. Nuss looking across the middle. He's got a man. It's King with the step. He dropped it. Oh, man, Nathan King was thinking about the end zone before it was in his hands. Incomplete.
And I tell you what, he was in motion, so he had a quote-unquote running start on that play, and Jaden McGregory just flat out gets beat over the top. But Jaden recovered so well, I guarantee King thought he was going to get hit, because it sure looked like if he caught it, he was either going to race to the end zone or McGregory was going to hit him, and I think he just thought about it way too much. That was a great throw by Will Nuss.
3rd and 16 now, and Johnston thinking about that one, I'm sure. Missed opportunity. Nuss wants to throw again, steps up in the pocket, now going to tuck it at the 20. Ball comes out, ball is loose, a fight for the football. Who's going to come out of the pile? Still nothing. We got a lot of whistles down there.
I think Johnston hung on.
I believe you're right. Yeah, they're going to wind the clock here. So a recovery on the fumble by Johnston, but it'll be 4th down Dragons.
That was perfect, because now you know what Johnston's going to have to do the rest of the ball game. Valley's going to play that pass defense. At that time, Will Nuss, I don't know if he knew what he wanted to do. I think he kind of wanted to pass, but by the time he had gotten downfield, he was already past the line of scrimmage. Very lucky that wasn't a given up.
4th and 18, back to their own 17-yard line. Loss of 2 more on the play as the punt team comes out. Mitch Nyag, this one a line drive, spiral, grabbed at the 45-yard line. Chance at a big return up the right sideline, losing his feet, but a good return by Jaden Brown into Dragon territory. And now Valley with good field position, and they've been on the field a lot offensively. That big offensive line, you wonder what Johnston's got left defensively.
Well, that's the thing. They haven't been off the field very long. There's hands on hips right now. We haven't even run a play this drive. So, I mean, if I'm Valley, just run the ball. You don't have to pass. You know, obviously you've been good at not turning it over, at least in the passing attack. DeGroat had that fumble earlier tonight, but you got to feel confident about yourself, because if it wasn't for that, it'd only be 20-10. So Valley's defense has done their job. The offense can put this thing away, you feel like, here on this drive.
They'll start at the Johnston 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for Valley. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Schemper, they're going to look to throw. Little pitch and catch, complete. Knocked out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Markham to the 27. A pickup of 9. There is a flag on the far side of the field. Well past the line of scrimmage. Not normally a spot of holding.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe check on that.
Somebody way too far downfield. It's on Johnston. Johnston sure knows it's on them at least.
Potentially personal foul.
It is. It's on Johnston.
We'll check down with the officiating crew, get a number for you. It was a pickup of 9 on the play as Schemper continues his big night. 5 catches for 109 yards if this one will stand.
Face mask.
Face mask is the call.
No number, his mic's not on, but face mask is the call. And on defense, away from the ball, that means it could have been holding, could have been anything, just trying to get an advantage, and maybe just a frustration play by Johnston's defense, who is giving Valley free yards. This is going to put them all the way at the 18. Or excuse me, 13.
Drake DeGroat is now 18 of 20.
Wow.
He has been outstanding.
We've been waiting for his breakout game.
3 touchdown passes for the junior quarterback. And now has them at the 13-yard line, threatening again. Swing it out to the left, complete to Schemper. Schemper inside the 10, upended to the 6. A pickup of 7 on 1st down.
I love the tight end position of football. I mean, it is just phenomenal, and Schemper's doing a really good job tonight. Just short little dump-off routes, and Johnston just doesn't quite have a personnel to match up with him exactly because he has so much speed on the end, but just really good plays, and it's 2nd and I'd say an inch.
As they work with the football at the 6-yard line, and
I think it's a 1st down.
So it started at the 13.
Oh, so our markers weren't even set up right.
Now I'm really confused.
Yeah, the marker, the line of scrimmage marker was all the way back at the 19.
So they're going to reset the chains at the 14. They're off by a yard, but okay. I think it's a little bit off here.
I was going to say the marker that says where the ball's supposed to be was in front of the marker that said the 1st down, so I was very confused. But
9:20 left to play in the 4th quarter. Clock rolling after they get everything set up with the chain. 2nd and 3. An option play. DeGroat keeps it himself. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Valley. Drake DeGroat hits his 4th score of the night. 3 in the air, 1 on the ground, and the Tigers take a 2-score lead.
Have yourself a night, young man. I mean, how about that? A lot of people had questions about him. Could he still keep up a little bit of momentum? You know, comes in early last season because of the injury, but boy, he's just molded into his own. And boy, the way Johnston's offense is played, that might be the dagger right there for Valley.
A touchdown run for the Tigers. They will try the PAT. Hold down kick is up, and it is good. Not through the uprights, and trying to look down there, looks like that 93.
83. Connolly Harney, I believe. Conley Harney.
Conley Harn, sophomore. 5'10", 175-pounder. He gets the PAT back in 30 seconds with the kickoff. Valley, 27-17 over Johnston. We continue on the Central Iowa Game of the Week.
Save big at DeArmond CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off. Plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames. DeArmondAmes.com.
Local sports.
Back to high school football on 96.9 The Bull.
27-17, the kickoff will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. 9:11 to play in the fourth quarter. And a new kicker on the PAT unit. Conley Harn knocks it through the uprights. Do still see the kicking duties happening out there for Seppi Frontiani, who is still the kickoff specialist there. He gets a touchback, 27-17.
It's been a heck of a night for Drake DeGroat. I mean, just talk about a big, big night. And you and I talked about one quarterback. The quarterbacks are going to win the ball game, and Drake DeGroat has outplayed Will Nuss tonight.
From the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for Nuss. Pressure comes, steps through it. He looks to scramble, slides down at the 25, a pickup of 5.
They're going to have to go. I mean, their offense has been stagnant here in the second half just a little bit. And, you know, that throw in the back of the end zone that Will Nuss missed, that's on him. And he's got to be on that. And now it's his responsibility to get the offense back rolling. And when the run game has not worked, you got to expect Valley's defense to be ready for a pass every time.
2nd and 5 from the 25. Nuss with 3 receivers left, 1 right. Draw play as they hand the football off. Not much room there. Fell forward. Still got 3 out of the play, but it's going to be 3rd down for the Dragons.
I thought that play was broke, the way the line just kind of backed up. It was a true draw, just trying to catch Valley off guard, and Tigers were ready for it. Like you said, 3rd is short here. This wide open playbook.
3rd down and 2 from the 28-yard line. Line of the pistol. Nuss asks for the snap. He gets it, hands it off. Bouncing off 1 tackle, fighting through, getting the 1st down is Emery Jones, the sophomore. Brings it out to the 33-yard line, a pickup of 5, fresh set of downs for the Dragons.
Got to be one of the first downs tonight that Johnston has gotten that isn't a passing play. So good credit to the Dragons there, but clock is not on their side. Just over 8 minutes to go in this one. It only stops to get the chains moving.
As we tick inside of 8 minutes left, Valley leading by 10. To the left, Nuss looking there. Now across the middle, nobody home as he was taking a shot. Out of bounds up the left sideline, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
There was a huge miscommunication there. Number 1, Nathan King, not happy with his quarterback. He just kind of put his hands up when Will threw the ball. He's like, where are you going? And Will trying to explain to him they messed something up on the call. So the officials are talking here if this should have been intentional grounding, because Will chucked it way downfield. I don't know if you can't. I don't know. It's not like, well, okay, there's the flag.
There it is. He was still inside the tackle box.
Yes.
You just so rarely see that on a play like that. It got out of bounds, but it will be loss of down, intentional grounding.
That hurts.
Already down 2 scores, down by 10.
By Will's body language, I think it was just a wrong route run by Nathan King, and yeah, just a simple mistake there. You got to be better on, because now, I mean, you need 2 first downs pretty much to get back to where you were.
2nd and 20 now after the incompletion and loss of down. For the Dragons, 27-17 after Valley has scored the last 15 points so far here tonight. Looking out to the left again, going to take another shot. It's King, he's got speed, and a step incomplete. Oh boy.
I mean, he had him, and he has such good downhill speed, but that time just missed him. Just missed him out in front. King just didn't have enough speed to catch up to it. Not really anyone's fault there, but boy, that's a tough one to swallow, especially. It looked like the play that they were going to run that previous time, and now this is pretty much it. What is it? It's 3rd and 20. It says 4th and 20, but it's 3rd and 20 on our.
Well, we got 4th down on the far side of the field. I thought it was 3rd.
I think it's 3rd. I don't know why. Well, the loss of down.
Loss of down was. Well, here goes Nuss. And whatever down it is, he's going to try to run. He is stood up. He is hit by a host of Tigers. As Nuss goes down at the 22-yard line. And that looked to be 4th down.
I don't know if Will knew it was 4th down, because that play, that looked like something you just do on 3rd down. The offense, the defense is back out there. Well, now their punting team's out there.
That was 3rd down.
Okay.
We had it.
I knew we were right, because I was like, why would Will do that on 4th down? But that makes sense.
We had that. So it will be 4th down. Still plenty of time. 7:37 left to play in the 4th quarter. Johnston does have their full complement also of timeouts. So now they're coming back together. And they're going to put the offense to the field and say it was 4th down. Well, this is something we'll have to go through the stat sheet and take a look at again.
So the loss of down must have been, they just must have not have accounted for the loss of down.
Well, as you can imagine, Coach Woodley and his coaching staff looking for an explanation.
You just gave a free play. I mean, that was an easy free stop for, Johnston's staff not happy. Just not good communication.
Valley will start with the football at the Johnston 22.
Yeah, I'll be curious to go back and look at that when I get home. But.
Yes. Because you're right. Loss of down. It was a loss of down. I just, for whatever reason.
Was it on first down?
Yeah, I thought it was first, but potentially not. Memory is starting to fade here.
I don't know. I really don't know.
On a Friday evening. 7:37 to play. Valley leading 27-17.
Great field position for the Tigers.
So the Ted Heels extended their lead 24-7 now over Cedar Falls. The road trip for the Jaguars. We'll get you some more scores here throughout this one. 27-17 our score as Clark takes the handoff. Cuts back on the left side and pushes his way forward inside the 20. A flag comes in late. As things getting a little chippy out there.
This could be personal foul. Holding.
It'll be a hold that'll move Valley back.
Unfortunately, the microphone has gone out on our officials, so can't quite get you a number, but that's one thing, if Valley walks away with the win tonight, you got to clean up the penalties.
Yeah.
There have just been quite a few tonight that are just going to bite you any other night, and that time just not quite what they want to see again.
1st and 20 after the 10-yard penalty. They will wind the clock, though, so Valley certainly will take that. Play clock at 15. They can wait a while if they want before they're going to snap it, but they'll snap it with 13. As they roll out to Grote, throws it into the flat, complete. Breaking a tackle to the 22-yard line. Another beautiful play by Jaden Brown. How about that for your number 2 receiver?
I mean, and it's crazy because you usually think McGregory and you think Zay Robinson. Jaden Brown kind of gets pushed off to the side, but, man, he deserves his flowers because, man, he can just make guys miss in open field. We saw his touchdown grab earlier. He's got great hands. There's just so many weapons on this Valley offense.
Pickup of 9 on the play brings it to the 23-yard line. So basically getting the yardage back that they lost on the penalty, but losing it down as it's 2nd down and 11.
Valley making sure to really use up a lot of this clock here.
5 on the play clock as the 3 receivers get set on the left side. Top side of the formation. They'll hand the football off out to the right. Cutting back, upended to the 17. Still going to be short of the 1st down, make it the 18. A pickup of 5 there for Clark. It'll be 3rd down.
They do a good job of blocking upfield when it comes to wide receivers. Zay Robinson did a really good job holding his block, allowed Clark to get upfield just a little bit more. That's something I've noticed tonight. They're doing a really nice job at that.
From the 18-yard line, halfway through the 4th quarter. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. DeGroat continues his outstanding performance at the quarterback position. They'll put it in his hands. To Robinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Zay Robinson, 18 yards. Just a timing route to the corner. Zay go get it, and he does. Tigers lead at 33-17.
What a beautiful pass by Drake DeGroat. Take a look at this on the replay. Just sets his feet, fires a dart to the back of the end zone, and Zay makes sure to tippy-toe those feet in to make sure it goes. How about 5 touchdowns tonight for Drake DeGroat? 4 in the air, 1 on the ground.
Another PAT attempt for Cottonley Harn, the sophomore. Snap back, hold down, kick on its way, and it is good. 34-17. Valley doubling up Johnston. We come back with more high school football, the Central Iowa Game of the Week. 96.9 FM at CISN TV.
Family owned since 1970.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
TrueValue.com.
Back to the high school football and the Central Iowa Game of the Week on 96.9 The Bull.
Video streaming on CISN TV. I'm Trent Condon, joined by Blake Walker. 5:43 to play. Kickoff from the Tigers. Johnston looking to set up the return. It's King with that great speed as he's upended at the 25-yard line. Dragons led this one 17-12 not too long ago, but it has been all Tigers here in the fourth.
It has, and I keep looking at the scoreboard. Realistically, 34-10 if it wasn't for that fumble recovery to start for Johnston's defense that they were able to return for a touchdown. So, yeah, it's just been tough sledding for Johnston tonight. I mean, they're one-dimensional right now, and I think they really got to figure out their ground attack. We haven't seen Barku since he got hurt on that one touchdown for Valley, so yeah, you're going to see your gunslinger come out here. Will Nuss is going to have to start taking some shots.
Nuss from his 25-yard line takes the shotgun snap. 3 receivers left. They set up a screen to the right, and there's Barku back in the game, and he picks up 5 on the screen.
Not a bad little play. Just a couple little dump-off passes here, and just trying to keep things afoot for Johnston, but the clock is not their friend. They're going to go hurry up.
Good to see Barku back in there. Nuss, pressure comes, steps up in the pocket, now going to tuck it and run, diving for the sticks, and he's going to have enough, it looks like, for the first down. 5:09 to play. A little backyard football here for Will Nuss.
Yeah, I'd like to see him do it more. I just think he could if he wanted to, and, you know, with the rushing attack not doing so well, you might as well.
Looking out to the right, that one wide and incomplete, looking for Tino Day.
Boy, Tino Day has not caught a pass tonight, and really none of them have come near him. I mean, that's just kind of the frustrating part. He has been that main go-to receiver. 7 catches already this year, 2 touchdowns. Coming into tonight, has not yet to connect with this quarterback.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion. 5:03 left here in the fourth quarter. Valley 34, Johnston 17. Will Nuss for the Dragons, looking to throw across the middle, high, complete to King again.
He got drilled in the back, and he is down.
Nathan King with the first down.
Hop back up, though.
He's a tough.
I don't know how Will Nuss fit that in there. Take a look at our replay for those watching on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Oh, man.
Tight window. And a pickup at 22 on the play. King with his second reception of the night for 59 yards now. As they go quick. Looking to the left, rolling, still looking, and can't find it. Incomplete. Good coverage out there by the Tigers.
Yeah, it was. He did have Quinn Russell, the senior wide receiver, for a second, but he lost him just a little bit. Good coverage downfield by Valley, like you said. At this point, Will's just trying to find time and make something out of nothing.
Xander Freeze on the coverage for the Tigers. 2nd and 10 with 4:44 left. Valley 34, Johnston 17. Twin receivers each side of the formation. Nuss, pressure comes, steps up through the pressure. Now going to try to run as he slides down, and he is upended for a loss of a yard on the play. Valley's defense converged, including Gage Olson on the tackle.
I will say one thing, when Nuss takes off, Valley secondary does not back off. They don't let anything get behind them. All eyes next to your man.
3rd and 11. Taking a shot towards the end zone. Incomplete as a flag comes in. Yeah, you can see
Good
that
call.
against Tino Day. Just got that extra hand in there, kind of grabbing at him, and Cam Krabari,
who made the, I'd say at this point, probably one of the biggest plays of the game, tackling Barku inside the 5, but that time just way too much pushing before, and that's going to be a pass interference.
15-yard penalty at the high school level. will be good enough for the first down as they'll walk this thing forward. One thing people don't realize is it's not an automatic first down at the high school level.
I also appreciate it's not from the spot of the foul. Yes. I've always, the NFL, I've just toss up a Hail Mary and maybe you'll get one. And yeah, I like the 15 yards.
4:17 to play. Johnston trying to hurry. Down by 17. Looking out to the left and off the back of the defender, incomplete. Jaden Brown in coverage there for the Tigers. Check the Andrew Price.
Yeah, Vincent Peterson was the intended target there. Will Nuss again tried to fit it in a really tough spot. This is what we expect. I mean, Will's just going to keep taking shots here. You're either going to get PI or you're either going to get picked off, but that's just kind of the sacrifice you're willing to make. You're going to have to get downfield, try to put this thing in the end zone.
Johnston does have all 3 of their timeouts with 4:12 left in the fourth quarter. But down by 17. Nuss going to take a shot into the end zone again, going up and incomplete. In and out of the hands of Tino Day. It'll be third down.
That was nicely done. Kerbari got it back. I mean, he got beat. Tino Day did have a step, and I thought Tino was going to come down with that, but Kerbari did a really nice job as he does the Patrick Surtain sword in the help celebration, but really nice job by Kerbari there.
3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To answer Liz's question, cello is what my daughter Ella will be playing, as we're getting people checking in, listening to the broadcast and watching the broadcast here tonight, our halftime conversation. 3rd and 10 for the Dragons. Going to put a man in motion. That's Russell.
Big blitz.
And sacked at the 40-yard line. You saw him dial up the pressure for the first time. They've been sitting back in that soft zone. Big tackle on the sack by Jaron Horn.
Yeah, Jaron Horn, 6 foot 205, a junior. I love that call. Timeout taken by Johnston, but I love it because this blitz, I mean, if you're going to have him sit around and bank plays back there, you might as well go for the ball.
Loss of 9 and anticipate here. I mean, your best course of action, probably just chuck this one into the end zone. Got some good, talented receivers. Haven't noticed, has King come back out there since he exited with that injury?
I don't know. It kind of hobbled off for the most part. I got one game for you that might stun some people. Cedar Rapids Prairie up 29-14 against Southeast Polk in the fourth quarter. Wow. Obviously, we knew Southeast Polk is going to be a big uphill battle to four-peat, but Cedar Rapids Prairie has been pushed around by the Hawks or the Rams the last couple seasons. Prairie looking for a big statement win tonight.
Statement up in Cedar Falls. Ankeny Centennials extended their lead now 31-14 inside of 8 minutes to play in the fourth quarter up at CF. Centennial and my correspondent up there, Whipper, says they're running the ball. And well, it's a Pizzetti team. That's what they're going to do.
On both Cedar Falls and Centennial, those are 2 of the best backs in the state. So no surprise there, but keep an eye on Cedar Falls. I think them, Linn-Mar, and Prairie are going to be teams that you really have to focus on.
3:57 to play. It's 4th and 19 now for Johnston. Nuss, little hitch, throws it up. Got a man out there. It's complete to the 2-yard line. Dragons won't die. A pickup of 35.
They've been picking on Krimbari. He lost one, and then he lost. Tino Day that time got really good positioning, kind of boxed him away. Nicely done. Nice throw by Will Nuss.
They'll hustle to the line at the 2-yard line, and now we're going to get a timeout. Valley going to use a TO here. Zay Robinson was in defensively.
Try to get some fresh legs in. It's still an uphill battle for Johnston. You're going to have to take the onside kick here. Johnston's already wasted the timeout, but.
And against his ground attack and what Valley's been able to do throughout with Jakari Clark and Darius Mason, though it's been a whole lot more Clark throughout the course of this one. Always a difficult one, but it's football, and as you know, Blake, crazy things can happen.
Absolutely. Another score update for you. Those pesky Hawks. Ankeny leads Dowling 16-13 at the end of the third quarter. Tom Wilson has had nightmares about Ankeny ever since they ended his dynasty a couple years ago, the COVID year. And boy, Ankeny, they're not the better team most of the time, but they just know how to beat Dowling. Dowling, you thought would come out really mad after last year's playoff loss to Ankeny, but give credit to the Hawks. I mean, even when they're not as up to par, they're still putting on a show, and they're trying to take down Dowling again.
Good one from the east side of the state. Pleasant Valley out of the Quad Cities leading Iowa City Liberty 27-21.
Knew that was going to be a shootout.
That upstart Liberty team, they can score with anybody.
They can.
I don't know if they can get stops against anybody, but
that was everything I was thinking. They are really high flying. It's just that defense.
First and goal for the Dragons from the 3-yard line. Nuss rolls out. It's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Johnston. The Dragons hanging around, able to find Mitch Niag with the score. 34-23 with the PAT pending.
Just nice little bootleg. Seems to be everybody's bread and butter down here. It's not a great throw. It was a duck in the air, but Niag makes a good adjustment, and Johnston is not out of it yet.
Still 3:40 to play and 2 timeouts to work with as Yates comes on for the PAT. It is up and it is good. 34-24. Don't go anywhere. We're not done yet. This is high school football on CISN TV, 96.9 FM.
Buying and selling your...
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Back to high school football on 96.9 The Bull.
Mitch Niag came in second on the team in receptions. His first catch of the night makes it 34-24 on the 3-yard grab. And here comes the onside kick opportunity for Johnston. Valley does have one returner back at about the 27-yard line. But other than that, the 10 other players within 10 yards basically of each other. There is the boot. Popped up and covered up nicely. At the 49-yard line, Darius Mason on the recovery. 3:39 left, but 2 timeouts. Get a stop, you never know.
Yeah, and, you know, you didn't want to waste that timeout earlier on that big loss. But, yeah, it's not over yet. Still plenty of time. It's a lot of time to chew out, but Fine Valley just keep this thing on the ground. Again, Johnston has not shown a lot of resistance to Valley on the ground tonight, so I think you just got to keep this thing on the ground, go home with a victory.
Been a bunch of Jakari Clark in the second half. In fact, Darius Mason does not have a carry in the second half. And it will be Clark at the running back position. Lined up in the pistol directly behind the quarterback to Grote. Here's Clark fighting forward, gets to the 46, a pick up a 3. There's the timeout.
Yeah, Woodley's not going to waste his time. He's going to try to get this thing back as quick as he can. And just kind of play this game a little bit, but Valley's play calling has been really good tonight. I think all across the board. You never know if they're going to pass. You never know if they're going to run, and I think that's something you got to give credit to Coach Swenson and his team and fighting through adversity, because in the beginning it didn't look great. It just kind of felt like another one of those, oh, Valley has all this talent and they're just struggling again. But no, they've responded well, and this could be a big win for them.
3:33 left, 1 timeout to go, 40-second play clock at the high school level. Something else to also put in the back. Reset at 25 after the timeout here from the 46. And the other component, it's not 4-down territory, but Gregory, if they do have to punt it away, we've talked about not your traditional punter, athlete that can kick it a little bit, but not a prototypical punter. If that's going to play in the mind here a little bit of Coach Swenson, if it does get into even, say, a 4th and short type of situation, but that's down the line. Right now it's 2nd down and 7 from the 46. Valley with the football and a 10-point lead, 34-24 with 3:33 to play. There's Clark on the handoff. Big hole up the middle. 40, 35, still on his feet. Finally cut down by the Dragons with 3:25 left. They'll stop the clock as they reset the chains with 3:25 to go.
Yeah, and if you're Woodley, I mean, he's standing by the head official, but now it's like, when do you use that timeout? Because now it's just one timeout left. Clock's going to keep moving here. That could have put the seal on the game there.
And that's one usually after that first down, you let it go because they're setting the chains. The play clock's already going. If they get a stop here, though, on first down, then you use that final timeout, and then you're hoping for a miracle, as we will go inside of 3 minutes left before the next snap. Looking to throw. Complete. Found the tight end again, as that is Schemper fooling me.
Yeah, it's worked all night. Looks like they're going to use their last time out here. No. Might have got lucky. Oh, I thought Johnston had an injured player, but last time out taken by Coach Woodley.
So a pickup of 8 on the play. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds. 2:51 left in this one. Valley 34, Johnston 24. This is high school football on 96.9 FM and CISN TV.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Back to the Central Iowa Game of the Week on 96.9 The Bull. Let's go out to the field for the play-by-play. Here's Trent Condon.
Alongside Blake Walker, glad to have you aboard with us here tonight. 2:51 to play in the fourth quarter. Valley leading 34-24. Out of the shotgun again, DeGroat. Hand it off this time to Mason. He falls forward and he gets the first down for the Tigers to the 23-yard line. A pickup of 4 on the play for big Darius Mason in his first carry of the second half.
Yeah, starting to see a lot of people starting to make their way to the exits. Looks like Valley's going to get a big win here. And this will go a big way toward RPI. You know, Johnston fell last week. Tough loss to Cedar Falls. Week 1 got the big win over Waukee Northwest. Northwest is going to have to beat either Valley, Centennial, or Dowling if they want to make it to the postseason. Doesn't seem like their RPI is going to have enough, but really give a lot of credit to Valley because previous years they might have lost this game for how they struggled in the beginning, but much better recovery.
We'll go right back to Mason. He bounces it out to the right, falls forward to the 20, and he'll pick up 3.
And how about Drake DeGroat? I mean,
yes.
5 touchdowns tonight. Give him the game ball because, I mean, he buckered down when it mattered most. And I think back to a lot of plays, Johnston just big missed opportunities. If you talk to Coach Woodley, had that wide open touchdown pass and missed today from Will Nuss. And then you had a breakaway touchdown that was caught by Crumbaria Valley inside the 5. Another point taken off the board. So just a lot that just went wrong for Johnston tonight in a couple of ways.
As the play clock ticks down, they'll snap it with just over a minute and a half to play here, facing a second down and 7. Mason hit in the backfield. Good penetration and the tackle, as that was the guy that got our scoring started, big Jeffrey Scott on the tackle for loss.
So it looks like they'll get this thing under a minute. They might have to have a 4th down here where they could either kick it or just do whatever they want here, but doesn't look like they're going to be able to hold it all the way. But
Clark comes back into the game. Hello to the Anderson family checking in up in Johnston, including Maddie, the twins, Mr. Beef.
Full household.
It is. The Dragons, though, look like they're falling short. Liz and Danny say hello to all of them. As Valley hands the football off again to Clark. Man, he spun forward and almost fell for an extra yard there as he gets it to the 17. A pickup of 5 for Jakari Clark.
What you could do is you could just pooch it because there's about 2 seconds in between the play clock and the game clock. So if you want, you could just snap it and chuck it out to the back of the end zone.
I think they're going to let the play call.
Take a timeout.
And then you almost take that long snap too, just put a detour, just chuck it out of bounds. A lot of things that can be done here. We'll see what Coach Swenson will do. They're leading by 10 though. Down to 3 on the play clock, and now he's going to let it go all the way down. So 2 seconds left. They will use a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock. You don't want to rub it in. You're not going to take a play. You're not going to shoot it into the end zone.
Do what you can. And take a look for both two teams. Johnston goes back home for homecoming next week. The Ankeny Hawks will come into town. They'll either be coming off a loss to Dowling or a stunner of an upset over the Dowling Catholic Maroons. We'll just have to wait and see on that one. And Valley, I mean, it doesn't get easy. They'll play Waukee next week, and Beckett Baker and that offense get a big win over Sioux City North tonight, 52-8. They are 3-0. That is going to be a fun one.
2 seconds remaining here. Valley 34, Johnston 24. 4th and 4 for the Tigers as they will try to kill off 2 seconds off the clock.
I think you just snap it, back up, and go down.
Got Clark back there. You got Zay Robinson. He's well back in the victory formation. Kind of an inverted one, though. Want to make sure you take those 2 seconds off. Snack back to DeGroat. He'll take a couple of steps, look up at the clock, and there he'll put a knee on it. And that'll do it. 34-24. Valley picks up the top 10 victory tonight. The 4th-ranked Tigers win it by 10. And congratulations to Gary Swenson, his 400th career victory for the ball coach as he wins number 400 here tonight. Valley goes to 2-1 on the season. Johnston falls to 1-2. We'll come back, put a cap on things on the other side. We'll also hand out our Graphite Construction Group Hard Hat Player of the Game. Valley a winner, 34-24 over the Johnston Dragons. The postgame show comes your way next on 96.9 FM and video streaming on CISN TV.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you and I both know that you've been wanting to convert your drafty old wood-burning fireplace into a high-efficient gas one. Well, this is the perfect time. Heating Glow is making it easier than ever. If you buy this year between September 15th and October 13th, Heating Glow is giving a free vent kit worth up to $650, making it easier than ever to convert that old wood burner. But the best deal in years won't last, so come on in today. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Central Iowa Game of the Week postgame show. And to hand out the Graphite Construction Group Hard Hat Player of the Game from 96.9 The Bull.
Trent Condon, Blake Walker back with you one final time at Valley Stadium. The Tigers in comeback fashion win it 34-24 over the Johnston Dragons. Celebration out there as Coach Swenson wins his 400th career game. Players having a little fun. I think they're trying to get Coach Swenson to dance.
Yeah, I think either that or I think they had their Gatorade bath ready. I don't know if they already did it, but yeah, that's awesome. I mean, Gary's had an incredible career, and they've always asked him. Actually, I think he did get doused. He's getting something from a couple of his family members and whatnot. They've always asked him, like, when are you going to be done? He's like, well, when we're not good anymore. Well, Valley's been good for a long time, and I don't see that changing. So, Gary, I think you're stuck here for a while.
No doubt about it, and another team that has a chance to make a deep run. They've made some surprise runs to the Dome the last couple of years, but this team's got a lot of pieces, and a team that continues to grow, young offensive line that goes forward. Coach Swenson, as Brad Rose right now, as you're watching us on CISN TV.
That's cool.
Is handing him a plaque commemorating his 400th win, and knowing Coach Swenson, he does not like the attention.
No, but that's awesome. That's good.
It really is. Great work out of our whole team here with CISN TV, getting a great shot of that one. And smiles abound out there as Gary Swenson picks up his 400th career victory. And Valley picks up the win here tonight by a score of 34-24 as the Tigers go to 2-1 on the season. Fun ball game tonight. Johnston, they're going to have a lot themselves, the Dragons, to kind of talk about here. There were plenty of opportunities and an opportunity that they could have won this game here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes. I mean, just simple mistakes, whether that be an off throw or just kind of miscommunication. Johnston was in this game the whole time, and Valley was able to step on it late. And I think that's what you're going to remember from this one, is that Valley did not give up. Even though they were trailing, they were able to put everything together and able to finish. And I think that's something Valley has struggled with the last couple of years, so I'm sure Coach Swenson's happy about it. And Coach Woodley, you got to buckle up next week. The schedule doesn't get any easier. Ankeny will come to town. We'll see what the Hawks can do with Dowling here the rest of the evening. But, yeah, good game all across the board tonight.
Before we get out of here, it's time to hand out our Graphite Construction Group Hard Hat Player of the Game. This one about as easy as you're going to find here this evening. Drake DeGroat. He finishes the game unofficially. I'm trying to do some math here on the fly. Well, 5 touchdowns, we know that. 4 through the air, 1 on the ground. I believe I have him down for 19. Is that right? No. 20 of 22 through the air, over 200 yards passing, 5 combined touchdowns. What a performance. We'll do the math a little bit later. Drake DeGroat, though, our Graphite Construction Group Hard Hat Player of the Game. One heck of a performance.
It was, and I think it's just a big step for him, and it kind of puts the state on notice if they weren't already. Listen, Valley's got a quarterback, and he can throw the ball, and he can run the ball. Much better decision-making. He is still not thrown a pick this year. He is 7-0 when it comes to the touchdown to interception ratio. So good game for Drake DeGroat. Excited to see what he can do the rest of the year. Congratulations to Valley.
No doubt about it. Final score here, Valley 34-24 is a winner as they go to 2-1 on the season. Johnston falls to 1-2. For Blake Walker, I'm Trent Condon. For our whole crew with CISN TV, and on the audio side on 96.9 The Bull. Thanks for joining us here tonight, the Central Iowa Game of the Week. Final score for the final time, Valley a winner. Gary Swenson wins his 400th career game. 34-24 is the final. We now send it back to regular programming already in progress on 96.9 The Bull. Good night, everyone. The Bull. Good night, everyone.